most successful title defenses.
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
That deserves a rematch. It's the guy that's carried this brand for the last 2 years.
Sorry, YouTube. There we are. Sorry about that, guys.
You would come out here, Ethan. Maybe it's because, what did you call it that one time? Champion's intuition. You want a rematch? Fine. I'll go talk to Stone.
Oh, okay, great. When you go talk to him, let him know I want that tonight.
There's a man in the crowd with like a blonde wig that I think is trying to be Joe Hendry, and it looks like a mole.
Look, hey, I'm happy to give Ethan his rematch if that's what you want, Miles. But let's take a beat. Let's put wrestling gear on.
No. This guy wants to be a fighting champion. Look at him. He accepted my challenge. Hey, Stone, I say we do this right.
You don't make the rules. I like the color of Miles' suit, though. That's nice.
Okay. Well, since you both seem to want to do it right now, let's get a referee out here and have this title match right now.
Well, how about that?
I love it.
Set it in stone. We got it in.
He gives really like energetic GM energy. It's very different from Ava. Not that that's not a bad thing, just different.
I mean, there's no boots, there's no gear. I mean, these guys are wrestling in suits.
Street fight. This street fight rules right here. I like it, man. We're gonna see this.
Ethan getting it right back. Dude, he might.
I can't believe we ended last
I wouldn't put anything past them. It's very possible. He looks like if Joe Hendry was a Beatle. Do you see what I'm talking about? What the fuck, bro? Ay. We fighting street clothes, bro. These aren't even street clothes. These are church clothes, dog. These are church clothes. Oh, so from last, I missed a donation on YouTube. Capri Sun Koi, hi Koi, $1.99 super chat. Hi mom, hi Koi, thank you. I like that Miles is just swinging with the unbuttoned shirt. Okay, get it, boo. Trying to get a little comfier here.
Tonight's episode of NXT is presented by
Church Fight, yeah. And their Sunday best. How was Raw? Raw was good. I mean, Raw was amazing. It was really, really good.
Molly Burke is passive
If you didn't see,
it's so great. Maybe you can buy a bigger.
it's a really great show to be at.
You know, if they make
Great show to be at.
I can handle my claim online or on the phone.
There is a new Patreon video up. It's like 8 minutes long. It's snippets of a stream that we did the other day, where a guy we were having a conversation, and this guy felt the need to comment on every single thing that I have about how I am rude and I'm a bully with a microphone and yada 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 yada. He's not very happy with me. He messaged me on TikTok, he messaged me on Instagram, he messaged me everywhere. Very toxic, very toxic. Saw you in the front row last night. Nice to have money like that. You want me to be 100% with you? I don't have money like that. I have credit cards, and my Apple iCloud just tried to come out and it got declined, so I must have missed a payment. So that's what I'm working on right now. So don't be like me. Don't be like me.
Bueno is irresistible. Irresistible chocolate wafer hazelnut. Yes, bueno.
Tajin, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tajin it? It's mesmerizing.
You do only live once, yeah, but it's not the best feeling. Not the best feeling. Especially, God, especially going into tax season right now. I need to sit down and do my taxes. What does the tattoo on Miles' spine say? I have no clue. No clue.
You asked us to hit the sweet spot.
Apple iCloud, are you kidding me?
It's saucy, crunchy, smoky, and all imagined by you. Try the latest in the Whopper by You series today.
Okay, well, we need to do Heart Before Horse.
The mascot came out and he just started taking pictures with everybody.
You needed that show to see how much fun you had. It was worth it. I agree. I needed it, especially after the genuinely after the last couple weeks, like everyone doing like the 2K event and everything with Elimination Chamber. Definitely been feeling a little left out and like I'm not good at this anymore. I couldn't have moved over anymore because I had a kid at the barricade.
Because the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series is where racing's newest superstars compete with everything on the line. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Sohan, thank you for the $2 super chat. Wheezy, why you so beautiful? Putnam Squares. But no, I did really need that show. I'm glad I went. Definitely lit a fire under my ass. I actually recorded a YouTube video with my setup behind me. I got my camera. You can't see my camera and stuff behind me, but it's behind me. Which felt good. Felt good. Attending Raw Live should be a tax write-off. It is a tax write-off for me, but not for this year. And I think there's a misconception if no one's ever worked for themselves, just because you get to write it off doesn't mean that like you don't pay any taxes on it at all, or that like you get a shit ton of money back. Like they let you chip off like a minuscule little percentage depending on what it is. Some things are more of a deduction than others, but I do need to get all of my receipts together from last year. You guys make me feel so much better about it though. Everybody being like, you need to do that, you need to do that. Like, thank you. There was no annoying fan behind me last night. No. Dan hasn't flipped all the doubters in less than a minute. Crazy, right? They changed the tax code so the write-offs aren't as sweet anymore. Yeah, last year wasn't that sweet for me. I mean, it helps, but I'm really scared. I'm really scared. I'm not gonna lie. Sohan, thank you for the $2 super chat. You going to WrestleMania collab with Santi and Conman? I have no plans to go to WrestleMania right now. No. How was Raw? It was amazing. It was so much fun. It was a ton of fun. Did my seat at last night? I was beneath like the hard cam, front row, like, kind of center-ish. Why are they on? Ethan's in his underwear. You can always do a payment plan. I usually owe about 1K every year, and I pay it off in payments till around September. Yeah, that's. I will owe a lot more than that. Considering it was front row, that wasn't that bad of a price at all. No, which is why I did it. Totally why I did it. We're just completely undressing Ethan Page right now. What is going on? They're busy yapping with all you. I just caught like bits and pieces of like what's occurring, and next thing I know, he's in his gotchis. The fuck? Great ghosts. Something fell behind me. You know, this is where we're really gonna. You might see me cry on stream. What do you mean register my phone? I've registered this fucking phone 50 million times. This is Weekly from Monday Night Raw. Hi. I'm so... You know, some creators you see go and they just like, you know, they love like attention and they're like, blah, like they make a huge... Or I just am not that way, dude. I'm not that way.
Excuse me, Zarya.
Zarya.
Wants to know, why did you attack Sol Ruka last week? Sarah, if you
jealousy.
asked that question, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, we are in a parking lot. We're in a Florida parking lot.
I know you are frustrated. Tony is on his way to the building. We can't do it in the parking lot. You guys got to take it inside.
We're going to get our hands on Tony one way or another.
I get that, and that is okay, but we got to do it inside.
Yeah, reel him in, Stone. Not a pocket spot. Not gonna take it. I did not get around to listening to the song. I'm so sorry. See, I'll sit hard cam side. Nobody will see me. That's just what was available. I wish you were in my shoes last night. Someone next to us did not shower and it was noticeable. Ugh. I feel like I get pretty lucky with that. I usually don't get like, I don't get like stinky. I don't get anyone that's stinky. Thank God. Okay. It's usually every AEW show. Paying bills right now.
Introducing new frosted sodas and floats.
Now that you've sat front row, what was the biggest difference between that and other shows you've sat on the floor? I mean, the biggest thing is not having, you know, being that close, but also not having anyone in front of you, which is great.
Spin and slide like an original. The original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats.
By the way, I'm interested on how Roman responds to that shot last night.
Tax expertise
The running thing is everyone saying that it'll be a shot at like Larry or something, but who knows? So wheezy, that father line, huh? Yikes. Family jabs. Yeah, the cheap old family jabs. Easy, can you believe that we're in March already? Check to see if you made your rent payment. Oh, no.
This is still Domino's best deal ever. I mean,
So
it's the only deal that gets you any Domino's pizza.
I've been meaning to start implementing this thing every week where I do something called Scary Hour, where I pick 1 hour and it's the hour that I do the things that I avoid. It's an ADHD thing. People pointed out that Roman was talking behind the scenes stuff. Punk's rebuttal was all storyline stuff, so it felt off.
Only pay for what you need.
My kids can't hide anything from me. I'm home.
Well, you know, didn't realize you were live. Hope you enjoyed last night. Hi, Mock. I did enjoy last night. It was great. It was so much fun. Oh, High Voltage. Thank you for the resub for 1 month. Happy 16. Surprised he didn't also mention his brother. I didn't want to go too far, I guess.
Try the latest in the Whopper by You series today.
I wasn't into. I wasn't really into the part of Roman's promo where he was talking about how Punk was gonna go down to NXT and train people and send them up. Like, I feel like that was supposed to be like a big dig, and I don't really feel like it. I don't feel it to me. I didn't feel like that really was. I just was kind of like, oh, okay, you're talking about him. Okay, well, I don't know. I didn't really care for that. Am I watching the CW? Yeah, I am.
If you've been injured in a car crash, now is the time to call Piper Morgan and
Like, oh, I'm gonna annihilate all the people that you send up from NXT when you're down there training, and I'll still be here. I'm like, bitch, whatever. Like, will you be? You're barely here as it is.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor,
Or like, go where you will be more used. Go train the new people to send my way.
right away. If you use insulin daily, you
I didn't take it like that. I really was focusing hard too.
Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology.
Sticking around just to spite Punk.
CGM immediately reduce pain. It's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better.
First time Punk mocked a dead wrestling legend to build a WrestleMania feud, but he wasn't a face last time. There's been quite a few people that have done it.
out-of-pocket cost.
Quite a few people that have been it.
Shipping of your new CGM, and we'll
We are
bill
going to
your
watch
insurance
TNA.
company for you. If you use insulin daily, you
I don't know,
might be
guys.
eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call
Did you
the
catch
US
Danhausen saying that
Diabetic
Pierce was
Health
stone cold wearing
Hotline to see
glasses
if
as a
you
disguise?
qualify
I
for a
did.
CGM at little to no
I did.
out-of-pocket
A stone
cost.
cold. Hard bodied.
It's time to stand alone.
I
The
love
biggest
that.
night of our year, NXT Stand and Deliver comes to the factory in St. Louis, Missouri on Saturday, April 4th. Tickets on sale tomorrow, March 4th
Cold
via
stone.
Ticketmaster.
Version of Roman still thinks he's the tribal chief, but has no.
Parker interrupted me on her big return. I expected to feel disrespected. When she cost me the speed match against Thea Hale last week, I expected to feel rage. I expected to want to tear her apart piece by piece, but that's just not what I felt.
Did any crowd reaction last night surprise you?
Revealing, shocking, actually. It was reassurance.
The people that were sitting next to me bothered me a couple times with things that they were saying to the talent, but
Jada Parker.
it was actually only one thing.
Blake Monroe. I mean, you want to paint it as some kind of heated rivalry, act like she got under my skin, like she could actually steal my spotlight, but that's just not the case.
I like the way her hair is curled.
No, all she
bothering me.
was confirm my value. You don't interrupt irrelevance, do you? You don't sabotage someone who doesn't matter. The biggest thing a woman in NXT can do is interrupt Blake Monroe because the glamour is perfectly poised.
You asked what it was.
In NXT, I am the conversation.
Yeah, every time
the standard. When
Ludwig Kaiser walked by,
timelines light up. When I compete,
they were being like, "You're not getting no Tiffy time anymore. No more Tiffy time for you." And it just was annoying to me.
Over me. People love to hate me more than
It was personal, and that's what I don't like. I don't like personal shit.
Jada's the kind of girl who acts on emotion and asks questions later, and to me, it isn't scary. Jada can't step up. So stepping to me is her only option because that is the fastest way to matter. Whether you want to admit it or not, this division revolves around me.
Does it?
And poor Jada. Jada's just like all the girls back there, begging for a chance, begging to be in the spotlight, and I'm gonna do a little bit of charity. And I'm gonna share my spotlight with her at Vengeance Day. And then I'm gonna walk straight through her to
I like her
stand
boots.
and deliver.
Oh, you hear that? You hear that? Because I do. That's crazy. See, you got jokes tonight, baby. You always talking about Jada this, Jada that. What I need to do is slap the taste out of your mouth. That's what I need to do. See, you're delusional because you built this fantasy where wrestling revolves around you. But if that were the case, why are you out here trying to convince everybody and their mama how important you are? See, Blake, I clocked you. I clocked you a long time ago. The glamour only exists because insecurity does. But you know who's not insecure? Your girl. Me, you know? Because when I pop up, the temperature changes. My presence is felt before I'm even seen. And I don't need to chase relevancy, baby. I'm the definition of it. And you hate that. You hate it because all eyes are on me. And I don't give a damn what other people think about me. But you do. Because your whole life, you've been a supporting character praying for that starring role. And at Vengeance Day, I'm gonna give you what you want with the ass whooping that you need. Because the truth is, Blake, that you cannot overtalk. You need me. You need me. So you don't fade into the background role you are so scared of. At Vengeance Day, I'm gonna show you how soft you really...
When is Vengeance Day?
Miss Parker, you forget yourself.
Shut your soft ass up, please. Please. Because you don't even believe the words that be coming out of your own mouth, Blake. You're scared, mama. Because under that little polished ego of yours, you're not who you think you are. I mean, yeah, you did one great thing, and yes, you run your mouth, but take away the theatrics, take away the hell, ignore the everybody loves to hate on the glamour, and all that you have left is a mediocre bitch.
Oh, Booker popping off!
Oh, yes, man.
Book's ready. Booker's like, hell yeah. Let's go.
And all that talking, look who the one that's standing tall. Oh, Vengeance.
Let him fight.
Come fast enough.
E-Dog, Big Rick. How we doing?
Yo, EP. Let me just say, I'm so sorry. We didn't know that your rematch was tonight. We were prepping for our
Sorry.
six-man later.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have made sure Miles didn't leave with your title.
Yeah, thank you, boys. Honestly, I just need some time to think.
Yeah, give us some time, okay? You guys
The-
gotta worry about the big six-man tag match tonight, and
The cheetahs roll,
you need
bro.
to worry about the Evolve Championship title match tomorrow at Succession 2, okay?
Yeah, Cappuccino Jones, but he's got this.
Easy. Just make sure you retain that, okay?
You got it.
But give us some time.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course you got it. Ethan.
Those are fancy PJs.
Okay, cheer up. You are the greatest North American champion ever with the most title defenses. I looked it up. That has to mean something. And you know what? You know what's better than that? Being a two-time greatest North American champion ever, right?
Color your hair, or do you have spray in it? It's so dark.
Oh, look, I'm gonna become two-time NXT champion this Saturday at Vengeance Day. That's gonna rule. You know what it's like to be a former NXT champion? You feel like you're on top of the world. You feel like you can do anything. So come on, man. But that's enough of my pep talk. The stage needs me. I need to go prep.
We'll put some
drink
clothes
my
on.
lemon tea.
Damn. We'll put some clothes on. We'll put some clothes on.
I'm sure the world is waiting
You know?
for the absolute experience, but get ready to start the clock. There is Ren Sinclair. She goes one-on-one with this woman, Nikita Lyons, who heads to the finals.
These two need to join Seth. Ooh. Ricky Morrison. Oh, the Vengeance Day is Saturday. Oh. We're surprised to see further close up. Yeah. Prodigal Simpson, thank you for cheering 100 bits. What up, Weezy? I'm glad you experienced cinema yesterday. Thank you for cheering 100 bits. Another 100 bits. Appreciate you. Me too. I'm trying not to have buyer's remorse because I had so much fun and I needed to do it, and it was a really good push for me. It was great. I got to Alicia Taylor shook my hand. She came over and said hi to me and shook my hand, which was really nice. It made me feel nice. It made me feel nice.
One vacation that changes everything.
I don't know if you saw, but Ring of Honor has found a home in Jacksonville. They had their first set of tapings in the new studio over the weekend. I'm so happy. That's awesome. I'm glad you're happy about that. Amazing. I did not. I haven't really had a whole lot of, time to focus on that, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Stuffed up again?
so
Hopefully soon.
You need Sinex saline from Vicks.
Just Sinex? Breathe.
I cannot be going. I almost feel like I really cannot be going to any events and spending money like from here on out. And I cannot do it. Can't do it. And it pains me to say that, but I gotta be done. I gotta be done. Sweetie doesn't really watch Evolve. Nikita sings Getting That W these days and calls herself Nikita Multimedia. Nikita Multimedia. Getting That W. Is this a song? I don't blame you about pricey on tickets. Yeah, and I was already still trying to pay off. I was already trying to pay off last year. Or I'm still in the process of paying off last year. So.
Oh, I've been taking word classes online.
Next show, they're going to send you there.
Only pay for what you need.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Tajin chile lime sauce, mild with
Damn
major
hurt.
chile lime flavor.
Wait, you coming to the family reunion next week? I cannot financially recover from this. Literally, though.
Today we're unboxing Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear. Wow. These wavy edges tear so
Mock Meat 6, thank you for gifting 5 subs, buddy. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya.
Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear, definitely recommend. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Applebee's is bringing the taste of the Big Easy
Hope
to your
they
neighborhood,
pay off.
starting at $11.99. Enjoy the fan favorite
I do need to sell. I have things I need to sell. I have some like manic episode purchases, like all of the camera lenses that I have, honestly. Most all of the camera lenses. I'm trying to decide if I'm keeping both of my cameras or if I get rid of one. I don't really know. Did you happen to acquire one of those Indianapolis exclusive punk shirts? Nope. Nope. I told myself all I was doing was buying the ticket and a soda. Well, actually, no, I got a water and some fries.
Watch all new episodes of Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit on the CW. All right, take it easy, With Emmy award-winning
Ringside seats for Mania. Dude, I can't even imagine like what it is. What it is you know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Oh my god. Where did I go wrong? My office turned out beautifully. Oh, thank you. You should see the other side of this desk. Your soul, it cost you your soul, Mama Rose. Everybody's pissed off. They did that with our gas bills in town. They jacked up everyone's NIPSCO bills.
I'm going to go back, and then I arrive and I took the pin.
Have no video.
The new speed champion. Congrats, man.
I don't want to tell you.
I can't even hate on it, you know what I mean? Not only did you get the pin.
How much did the water cost? Honestly, I don't even know because it was one of those you have to scan your card to go in and then you grab your water and then you leave and then it just charges you automatically. So I haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, that was a rough night at the office, not gonna lie. But hey, I'm not finished with them yet.
I'm not lying. One of the seats cost $70K. No, I believe you. I understand. That's what I mean. I have no idea.
More importantly, he hasn't tasted gold like I have. I want my speed title back. Hold on.
I'm convinced most of them are committing tax fraud.
But speed title meant for guys like us, you know what I mean? That know a thing or two about speed, you feel me?
Hey, new kids are right. You ain't the best big man around here anymore after you lost to them. Damn. You like that?
Yeah, I had to put my water in a cup too. That's very stadium these days. Speed champion. I know Jasper has Undertaker's endorsement, but I'm not sold on him yet. Was last night pricey for a ticket? You don't have to say how much if you haven't. I literally posted it on X just because I was annoyed. I was annoyed that I'm tired of people saying that like WWE is paying for my tickets when I've literally like I paid for all of my tickets and put myself into a decent amount of like credit card debt doing it. So I paid like with fees like $680. Yeah. As much as I expected for front row. That's why I did it. That's why I did it. It was going to be my only opportunity to do it, and it's the one thing I've never done and I wanted to do. That's why I did it. So the whole time I was there, I was kind of like, this might be my last fucking show, at least for a long time. But when I had the opportunity to drive down last minute when the ticket, presented itself, I did it. Because I think ahead of time, those ones were like anywhere from like 1,500 to 2,500. Do you feel it was a better experience being front row? I think so, yeah. But I like getting engrossed in the show like by myself. So I like going to shows by myself and like experiencing everything myself. Like the person that was next to me like kept trying to talk, like wrestle, like talking shop, like kept trying to talk shop with me, and I'm like, I don't really do that. Turns out he's a Twitter troll. He was telling me that green shirt guy blocked him, and I was like, why? When you're in a spot to go to more shows, would you do it again? If I was financially in a position that I could, I would sit front row. But I don't know that it's worth it for me now that I've experienced all of the different places I've sat. I don't know that it's worth it for me to spend like a few $100 to sit higher up. I like the interaction. I like being close. I like the interaction. I like being seen by the talent. I like all of that. So it would it's much more enjoyable for me to honestly watch at home. Me and Minnie were just talking about this. Like, you get to see everything. You get to see all the production. You get to hear commentary. You get to really like focus in. So. Like I would even like if there was something nearby, like a pay-per-view, go to the Superstore, like maybe try to do some of the meet and greets or some of the free ones and not even go to the show. So. $31, $30, $29. Oh. Me too.
There's 20 seconds left. Into the post. Shoulder first. Then going up. Belly to back suplex. Turning inside out. And right now, looking for the final wrench inside the final 8 seconds. Nikita, can she survive? She's got a tap with 4 seconds to go. Wow. Here's her winner by submission.
Cattle mutilation. Wow.
What a victory. Sinclair advances in the tournament. Let's take a look at today's Euro.
The final wrench. Oh, I like that. Randy Jr., thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 2 months. Appreciate you. What did I think of Danhausen's curse on Dom yesterday? I think it shows that Danhausen is a force to not be messed with. I think it shows that Danhausen means business. I think everybody should watch their step. They should watch how they talk. Because he could easily ruin your life. He could take your dreams from you with just one curse. And that, I don't even feel like that was the worst that could happen. And is the curse going to continue on? That's the thing too. He's cursed. So is the curse that can stick with you.
Just want to say
multiple things can happen.
Congratulations. Finally, someone knocked Ethan off his perch.
I appreciate it. Hey, last week, that whole chronicle you did on your story, I loved it. I mean, that was quite inspirational.
Thank you, man. That means
you're not really gonna get a vlog. There really wasn't any. I mean, I have footage from the show, but I don't keep my camera out the whole time. That was, you know, that was for me to go and do ringside. I have footage, but I just there also was no interaction with the talent. I drove down and drove back. It was less, you know, it was a 12, it was like a 8-hour kind of ordeal. But I did record something today talking about it, that I went and talking about like the price of my seat and everything.
Well, before they meet for the Women's North American Championship Saturday at Vengeance Day, Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dane.
Would you do a video more so explaining the experience and how it is to be there? I pretty much did. I recorded today before I, but it was kind of a practice. It was kind of a practice thing. I don't know if I'll actually release it.
You're gonna get one.
Do you remember when they were saying Miles Bourne looked like Randy Orton? What were they thinking? Sure. I was really hoping to get your Danhausen curse reaction in real time. I was, you know, I was front row, and I really just didn't want to have my phone on me the whole time. I know that that probably sounds silly as a content creator. I just knew that that probably was my last show for God knows how long, and I just didn't want to miss anything being in my phone. I just really wanted to enjoy it. You're making me fucking get upset. Oh my god. Yeah, I just really wanted to.
The same price for 5 years.
I think reactions are cool to do in person at a show, but then, you know, you've got your phone and you've got your your screen, and I think reactions make a lot more sense in this format, like at home, being able to clip it and everything, because you don't know when something's going to happen at a WWE event. So it's like, then you have to like, you have to keep it recording, you know. I don't like to keep my phone just recording and then have to go back and find the footage. That's so annoying, and it drains your battery and shit. Then you get your battery pack. Sounds like you're a fan. I am a fan. I am a fan that has never sat front row before and spent a lot of money to do so, and I was not going to get any return on some reaction videos doing it. So like, I just really wanted to. Do you watch where the camera guys are to see if when a new spot could happen? Sometimes, depending, not usually. Like, I mean, it's kind of impossible not to. Like when the Masked Men came out yesterday, like, so looking for Seth. So the Masked Men a couple of times were like right in front of us. And so I was like, that's not him, that's not him. And then we're kind of looking to see where. Yeah, kind of. But then also when you're there in person, like if you're on the floor right up there, sometimes they'll literally like tell you to move, or they'll tell you like stuff that's happening. If you also ask the camera guys really nicely, sometimes I'll like speak you a little bit of information, but I understand the thing of wanting to enjoy. Sorry for asking for footage. I love you. No, you're fine. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. I think it's easy for us to just forget sometimes that a lot of us that do this really, we're fans too. And I, you know, maybe if I prioritized filming a little bit more, it would be good for me. But when I go to shows, I like to enjoy them. If I go to those kind of shows, I film 1 or 2 things and stop film it. So much stuff. Me too. Did you see how they got Heyman's face so bloody? I mean, I saw his face was bloody. When it's a fun show, you stop looking at the camera at people and focus on the match and promos. Yeah, like you're so into what's going on, and you're like watching. What kind of trash talk did you direct towards Gunther? I just kept calling him a piece of shit. I kept calling him a bum. I told Dom he didn't know how to count.
energetic.
Call now and order Ellipse.
What else did I tell Gunther?
That strengthens legs, increases
Oh, something.
boosts circulation.
I was saying he couldn't untie Dragon Lee's mask because he doesn't know how to tie his shoes.
Steps per hour. The step counter, the sport mat, and wireless remote. Call now.
See the
Yeah.
difference on Night Team with Anchor.
Here's the real question: did you who? I did.
ABC 57 News weeknights at 10.
Yeah.
On the CW25.
You have like 2 hours of SummerSlam footage. Me too. And I didn't even make it through all of it. That's the thing. It's then needing to sit down and go through it and get it out. And this was the quickest turnaround I had on footage. Impressions of Obafemi live. I don't feel like I got the full effect because I mean he came out in like lemon pepper steppers and a dress shirt, you know. I could never figure out how people in attendance can record full-length matches. I'd be so tuned out. I will give the Indianapolis crowd this. There really wasn't anyone doing that. I think the girl next to me might be a content creator of some kind. There was a part of me that kind of thought she was the Twitter girl that like did the dolls, but I'm not ever gonna ask people that. But she was filming a bunch of stuff. And then I don't know if you saw it or not, but Lana was there.
There she is! Oh my gosh. I got this for you, if you don't mind. Yep. Former UFC fighter, first ever two-time Women's champion, the submission magician, Shayna Baszler. Thank you so much for training with me. I really appreciate it, and I really need this. I have to beat Lola, so thank you so much.
Yeah. Get jumping.
Be a little nice,
You actually
Shayna.
know what you gotten yourself into? Lola's no joke.
Respectfully, I tapped her at once. I can definitely do it again, especially in an underground match.
Who said you can stop jumping? Oh. I've actually been in the underground with Lola Vice, okay? She's everything she says she is. Let's go work on some reversals.
Put her through the ringer, Shayna.
Come on! Make it count! You call yourself a standout?
Okay, I tried it your way.
Shout out Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades on Twitch.
It's not gonna work.
Fellow Twitch streamer.
Gymnastics work.
Fellow dork.
It won't work.
Well, will it? That was cool. I don't know if any of you watched her interview with Chris Van Vliet, but that was fun to listen to about how, you know, she was released, but she still was going. She was showing up at the Performance Center unpaid. I mean, going and helping and doing. I thought that was super cool. Very motivating for me. Shayna's wrestling Harley Cameron this weekend. I feel like I did see that somewhere.
Well, we're going to find out if she can stay unbeaten in the underground this Saturday. But also this Saturday, two former partners are going to battle it out for the Women's North American Championship.
How did you feel about what CM Punk said?
Who come face to face.
Welcome back, Tatum.
I don't know.
I'm sure being in here
Is that dumb?
so many memories for you.
Their exchange felt a little messy, but yeah, he went deep, but
You can't touch me, or you lose your chance at this. One of the many lessons that I taught you, if you remember, the culling can always give.
I like this blue light.
The culling gave you the control you always wanted. But when I eliminated them, I'm the one that beat you at New Year's Evil.
Oh, do you also remember what happened that day? While you were running around with a chainsaw, pandering with all your fans that you call friends? I'm the one who took advantage of the opportunity. I'm the one who became the new Women's North American Champion. Or did you forget that? You know, Tatum, you say you've changed.
Tunnel is acting up.
Final version of yourself that we haven't seen yet. I'd love to meet her. Bring her out. It's about time, because all I see is the same broken, naive girl who tells all of her problems to dolls because they can't talk back and tell you that you're the real reason for all your problems. You're the reason Lyra left you, Tatum. You're the reason I left you. You are the reason that there is not a single person standing in your corner. You are unlovable. And that's what I was there for.
Damn.
You're a shell of yourself without me. You have no purpose. You have no meaning. I gave you all of that, and without me, you're back to searching for it. Honestly, Tatum, it's pathetic. You are pathetic.
You're such a mean
And
girl.
let me let you in on a little secret. There is no new version of yourself, Tatum. You haven't changed. You're incapable of being fixed.
I just wanted to tell you, Izzy. Nothing lasts forever. This pain that you've put me through, your manipulation, it's all only temporary. Just like when I was NXT Women's Champion. I remember winning that. I thought it was gonna be the best day of my entire life, but I was wrong. Because nothing is going to beat the satisfaction I'm gonna feel when I take that North American Championship from you at Vengeance Day. And then you'll understand I was never meant to be played with.
Mic drop, doll drop. You just tore off your own head because I feel like that doll is you. Oh, crash out, Izzy. Okay.
Well, who will leave with the gold? Tatum or Izzy? Find out this Saturday.
Kick her ass, Tatum.
At 7 Eastern. It's
Did you know Tatum used to do powerlifting and could squat over 300 and deadlift over 400? Pretty impressive, really. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Oh, God. All right. The frat boys are here. That 90s home improvement haircut, man, it gets me every time.
Shopping is here, and it's only on homes.com.
Every time.
Introducing Homes AI.
Welcome back. How can I help?
Holmes, please find me a 3-bedroom home in Atlanta. I love to cook.
I love it,
Show me the
man.
Narrow it
I
down
need to use
homes
the girls'
walkable
room.
to a Whole Foods.
Can I go use the potty?
Please take me on a virtual tour.
I gotta go bathroom.
What's unique about this home?
I'll be right back.
What stands out is the open floor plan with 10-foot ceilings, vintage wide plank French oak floors, and a gourmet kitchen with Viking
I
appliances.
don't like this decor. Please remove the furniture. Show me that kitchen. What are the countertops?
The countertops are white quartz. They're stylish, durable, and give the kitchen a modern feel.
I love it. Connect me with the listing agent. Ready to see what you will find with Homes AI?
Don't know Domino's $9.99 best deal ever? Just pick your crust. Maybe
Pan pizza.
Gluten-free crust.
Thin and crispy, too.
load on up to 7 toppings like
Bacon.
3 different types of cheeses.
Green peppers.
and get it all for under $10. Only at Dom. Minos.
Gillette Labs is just a fancy-looking Fusion 5? No, it ain't. It's Gillette's best shave. And its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer. Hey, Joe, help me on my cheeks.
Dad.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. 3rd grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Tajin chamoy sauce, that tangy taste explosion with a fruity kick, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to tajin it?
My kids can't hide anything from me.
I'm home.
Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up.
Charmin Ultra Strong has a diamond weave texture that's more durable. And it cleans better, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Any way I want.
It's
It's your windshield. Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Want to get more done with one sheet? Grab Bounty. While ordinary brands can't hold up, one sheet of Bounty keeps working even when wet. Can your paper towel do all that? Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
At Burger King, you're the celebrity. We're just your entourage. And this time, you asked us to hit the sweet spot. The Maple Bourbon Barbecue Whopper is back. It's saucy, crunchy, smoky, and all imagined by you. Try the latest in the Whopper by You series today.
This week, the CW Courtside Saturday season finale triple header is slam-tastic.
Oh, my!
First, Virginia Tech needs a statement win against number 13, Virginia.
Drop in the hammer.
Then, Stanford looks to finish strong on the road at NC State.
Oh, goodness.
Followed by Pitt looking to make a statement against Syracuse.
Rising and slamming.
CW Courtside Saturday, this week at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific on the CW.
Well, sense of order from our general manager, Robert Stone. This matchup underway. And Hank and Tank, along with Shiloh Hill, taking control. And you think Vanity Project, as we're going to cover in a kickout, you think Vanity Project ever got their car fixed after last week?
You know, they're the champions. They got checks of championship. They can go buy a new car. They ain't got to worry about that now. I'm talking about Rolls Royces. I'm talking about Ferraris, man. I'm talking about big cars. Big cars. I'm talking about steaks. That's what they're all about right now, man.
How's my cold?
Right now, all I know is
Oh,
everyone is looking at Vanity Project. All three
getting a lot better. I still feel like sinus pressure a little bit, but I'm not like drippy anymore or anything like that. So that's good.
Succession 2, of course, tomorrow night on Tubi. Can he walk out with the Evolve Championship once again? Because a lot of gold is in that corner right now for the Vanity Project.
Jackson Drake, he's a hell of a talent, but I'm going to tell you right now, Cap Jones, you do not want to sleep on that kid. He's definitely a one to be watching.
And
oh, yes!
Drake just got drop big sent on from Tank. Hank is the legal man for his team into the cover.
It just started, Wheezy. What, did the match?
A back and forth. Vanity Project sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. They have defeated Hank and Tank in the past.
They're sticking their nose right where it belongs to be. They're the champions. They're the champions right now, Vic.
They weren't the champions when they were sticking.
If they weren't sticking their nose,
like
if they weren't sticking their nose in business, they would be the champions right now. Come on.
You know, there's a Booker T's worst announcer.
Well, let's try to switch gears.
The thing about announcers is they're all so different. They all have different things that they bring to the table. I think Book's great.
Doesn't belong to those normal systems. The complete opposite of the Vanity Project, as we're seeing right now on display.
It is so unorthodox, but it works. That's what's crazy.
It certainly does, and right now, working as a team, Vanity Project.
Those are the kind of people that I just think are no fun.
Restored, and right now, back to work. That is.
I just, you know,
that's where you smoke right there. 21 years old, that's Brad Bailey right there. 22 years
I need to get.
These guys right here, like I say.
Tell your boy to keep my name out his mouth. You heard me? Tell your boy to keep my name out his mouth.
Who is that? Help.
Talking about Jasper Troy.
What the hell are you talking about, man? That ain't my business. What are you talking about that? What are you talking about?
Let's try to get back into this match because this six-man match is continuing right now.
No one's answering me.
Tag was made, and Hank and Tank, you all right?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, well, Hank and Tank trying to get this matchup back under control for themselves, and they're in there right now with Ricky Smokes, the super senior of sorts of this group Vanity Project.
Keanu Carver. Why is he coming and talking shit to Booker?
Are out in full effect.
Hold on, son. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like Pity City.
Oh. Now, Pity City, I got that reference. That certainly was nasty. And bam, big clothesline by Shiloh Hill. And look who's standing tall. Look who's in control. And looking for the trifecta.
Cali boys right now on fire.
On fire.
I don't like this little celebration right here, though. I don't like this little celebration. You want to keep a foot on the gas tank, man.
I don't think they're too worried right now about Vanity.
Stomach is acting up a little bit.
Get their footing back in. Whoa, there goes Smokes. Smokes on the run. Going right around, and again, Vanity Project. Ooh, hey. Oh, a tag was made. Brad Baylor, I believe, is the legal superstar for his team.
Great teamwork. Oh, yes, baby.
Hard to argue.
Yes.
Big kick, and there comes Baylor, jumping right in.
You see that? They baited Hank Walker right there. Just lured him into that trap.
Yeah.
Oh, what a night it's been. It started with that impromptu championship matchup.
You know what JC Jane reminds me of? Britt Baker.
Will be defended. JC Jane.
She gives a lot of Britt Baker to me.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for that match.
Oh, we're trying to focus in on a lot going on in this one. It started with Vanity Project with the attack. Keanu Carver just came out here moments ago, distracting us.
Smart there.
Jackson Drake has a championship match tomorrow. Succession 2 on Evolve against Cappuccino Jones. He's in there right now with Hank Walker, and Walker just got buckled but for a moment.
Keanu Carver, he's newer. Jasper Troy, someone Booker hypes up, insulted Keanu Carver. Okay. Thank you. That's what I needed. That's the explanation I needed. Thank you.
All of these guys.
Well, the tag was made. And in comes Tank.
Oh, baby.
And Tank's
baby.
Moving right now, and look at this.
Ow.
What a side slam.
That was beautiful.
But to your point, taking a second to look out to the NXT universe, turning right back around. The tag team champions have been
Cartwheels. The cartwheels.
Can't win the titles or anything right here, but they can definitely get a little bit of payback, a little retribution right here.
Oh, you can say that again, and coming right back in, and take a look. Tag team continuity, and coming right out of the corner. Tank dropping 2/3 of the Vanity Project. Oh! Nasty spill, and Tank was distracted, and now he just got rocked by the Evolve Men's Champion. What a matchup this has been against 6 individuals who just do not like each other, and a Vanity Project trying
Smart there by Tank Ledger.
But look at everybody on the outside. Look at all the bodies that are spilling on the floor. Turning right back around.
Like this.
Oh, my.
Tank just taking control right now.
So for those of you that watch NXT regularly at the moment,
Chip Danny talking to Drake right here in front of us, not seeing what is going on.
how do you feel about their tag division?
Just getting caught, nowhere to move, and the Evolve champion
God damn.
full control of this match. Who's walking out?
It's meh.
with the victory?
I feel like it's felt stronger to me in the past. Granted, I only like chime in here and there. But I always felt like they used to have like a better handle on it than the main roster.
I remember my heart was beating.
Tag division is only okay. They constantly try things out, though, and I appreciate that.
I remember getting my
Non-existent.
When you get there, you can feel like that gut
What?
feeling of like excitement. I love popcorn, and I especially love the butter stuff.
I feel the women's division is the only strong point right now. I feel like that's why I've had a difficult time getting into it when I'm watching it.
From snacks to seats to
It's just I'm not really like, there's nothing that feels super strong to me. Granted, the roster got gutted. I get that. But I don't even feel like, I hate that I'm saying this, but I want to, I don't even feel like Ricky Starks feels like,
Don't blame me. You built it. KFC's $20 Build-A-Bucket.
It's just me and you, girl.
I said Ricky Starks, didn't I? Ricky Saints? Sorry. I don't even feel like Ricky Saint feels as important as he could. Strong as he could. Women's division has been good, and North American title has been good with Ethan Page, but that's it. Ricky Starks Saints came in big, but seems to have cooled off. The VP just won it. Dark State lost thanks to Tony D winning Vengeance. Hank and Taker always around the belts. Chase U broke up. Still a few teams, but not as many as once was. The Tasha Stars are Ricky Saints and Joe Hendry. Both are meh to me. I think that I feel that way. I love Ricky Starks. Don't get me, or Saints. I don't know too much about him in NXT at the moment, but
fragrances are now exclusively available at your local store. Unstoppable's
Joe Hendry,
collection makes everything
I just feel
smell
like
magnifique.
they waited too long to pull the trigger on him. They literally had him in a WrestleMania match, you know, and then now he's in NXT. I honestly, dead ass, I forgot he was in NXT. There was a part of me that still thought he was in TNA.
It's saucy, crunchy, smoky, and all imagined by you.
Like, I don't feel like they do anything. Granted, I'm not watching weekly, so correct me if I'm wrong. But when I am watching, I just feel like they aren't even doing anything that's like really like, holy shit, Joe Hendry's.
Like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online.
Wow.
They were there. Trick, Javon, and Oba carried the men's singles division. Everyone knew that if they left the division, was in trouble because there was no real stars after them. Nobody had been built up. Well, and I think that's kind of. Saints being 35 in developmental is insane. Bro's a former TNT champion.
Auntie, you're too late. She's been fed.
Do we know if it was his choice?
What?
Why do I feel like I heard him say that somewhere?
You're too old to be fighting like this.
Oh no, I think it was Stephanie back here. But
Saturday is all about NASCAR on the CW.
Ricky, Ethan, Miles, Tony D, and Joe are the top stars right now. Nia Jax and Lash Legend need to find those titles on NXT next. That would be cool. But do we even have any women's tag teams in NXT? I don't think the answer is to just throw random singles competitors together either. I feel NXT in general, there just isn't really anything happening. There's the Soul Zarya story and Tatum Izzy. That's really it. And those have both been happening since I've been in and out. Like Zarya just turning on Soul. I mean, God, that was, they were together for a while.
Wow. Into the cover, looking for the victory, and breaking things up was the Evolved champion Jackson Drake.
NXT Women's is the best in wrestling. Raw is next, then SmackDown last. AEW and WoW fourth. I don't rank things.
This guy, like I said, he's got a mean right there. He just got caught by Ricky Smoke. Take care of your business. Take care of your business, man. Oh, yes.
Time and time again, and another kick out.
I think they are keeping some in NXT as they have some people to play off of. If they promote all, the show will have nothing too good on it.
Just falling into the cover.
There's like 3 solid women's tag teams.
This match could be over with.
Certainly could be. Again, tags were made. Hank back in, nice block, big kick. Jackson Drake popping right back up, trying to power up.
Oh, wait a minute.
The big boy up there. There we go.
Oh, we're going for a ride.
Wow. That again. I don't think enough people talk about that strength into the cover. I gotta even admit I'm impressed with the
The guy in the ring right now, Shiloh Hill, they see something in him. I don't know what, but they do. I think he stands out. I agree with. I like him. I think he stands out above a lot of people.
Drake back up. Out goes Shiloh Hill. The 2 legal men are in the ring in this.
Yeah, I've liked Shiloh since I've seen him on here, and I feel like everyone's always talking shit.
Just got swallowed up. Boss man slam. Tag made.
Oh, shirts are off.
Oh, yes, baby. That's the Belly Boys. That's the Belly Boys.
Take a look at that.
What the hell?
What offense?
What the hell?
Hill is legal. Hill made the tag into the cover in the Vanity Project. Taste defeat tonight.
Van Hill.
Here are your winners.
It does just remind me a lot of a Wyatt, though. He reminds me a lot of Bo Dallas. Reminds me a lot of Bo.
Tag team match. This was. I mean, again, we talk about everything we say.
POW, thank you for cheering 25 bits. The women for sure carry NXT every week. They constantly have many feuds going at once. Title and non-title. Out of the 4 matches confirmed for Veterans Day, 3 are women's. Okay, going from wrestling Bryan Danielson to wrestling Shiloh Hill is so sad. I feel like that's disrespectful as fuck. I don't like to talk like that. I feel like that's disrespectful as fuck. You know, I don't know.
Congratulations. I guess you got what you wanted. You truly did bring the hell out of me. This ends at Vengeance Day. In a street fight!
Oh, I love it. Like, the guys are like, yeah, they're pointing. Oh, look, they're helping hold back. Shiloh's like, oh, shit. I got your shirt on halfway. It's like he started getting dressed and he was like, never mind. I'm sorry. I sound like a grandma.
On Saturday, May 9th, after the biggest weekend in WWE, what happens at WrestleMania?
It's his thing. It's signature. Was that?
It follows you. And in Tampa, it hits back.
Is that Aaron?
It's personal. It's backlash.
Hold.
On Saturday, May 9th, after the biggest weekend in WWE, what happens at WrestleMania doesn't stay there.
Hang on, one more time. I gotta be able to pause at it.
On Saturday, May 9th, after the biggest weekend in WWE, what happens at WrestleMania doesn't stay.
It is. That's Brandon and Aaron. So funny. That's BDE. Huh. Yeah. All right. It's like, I feel like that. I thought I saw Aaron. I did. Look at me. I got a good eye. Okay, go back. Light.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. Third grade is when
Did I enjoy Raw last night? Yes, I did.
by customizing your car insurance.
Yes, I did. I had a great time.
Come sit with us.
Had a great time. Had a great time.
Oh, little snug.
Hey Weezy, how you doing tonight? I'm pretty good. I'm getting really tired. I was in a really like high, like good mood earlier, and now it's like it's dwindling a little because I started paying bills, and I feel like
That's all up to me.
I look pregnant.
Duo or $7 trio from Burger King Classic.
Being a girl.
Choose your deal.
I'm just over here being a girl.
Man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not
What was that on what date again?
didn't realize is that wetter cleans better.
What
See how
date?
wet dude wipes
I seen a
away
clip of Xavier Woods saying he is the reason BDE got signed to TNA because he's the original YouTube wrestler. I feel like I saw that too. I think that might have been at Creator Fest or something. Am I watching AEW Dynamite tomorrow night? Probably not. I want to be able to. I just
It's got to be tied.
everyone asks me every week of, are you watching this tomorrow? Are you watching this tomorrow? Are you watching this tomorrow? And I just don't plan ahead like that. The main thing that I do stay locked in on is Raw and SmackDown. Again, just because I have so many things that I'm trying to catch up on. I have video deadlines that are due. I have a video due tomorrow for The Masked Singer. I got to get my Surfshark ad into a YouTube video tomorrow. It's a stacked card tomorrow, Weezy. You should. I don't know if I can fit it in. I'm also doing my friend's hair tomorrow. I have a fuckload of people the last month that are bugging me to do their hair, and so now I've got people having me do their hair, and it takes up like 3-4 times, 3-4 hours, and I'm just in a constant state of overwhelm. I'm just in a constant state of overwhelm, honestly. Wait, what? Masked Singer? Yeah, did you guys see the last one that I did? I've been working with them a little bit. I did one a few weeks back. They wanted me to do one every week, but I just haven't been able to. But there is tomorrow is they're having a episode. It's Ozfest themed, and so I'm gonna make a little promo video for them. They sent me like a video, like an exclusive like video thing, and then I just make an advertisement for it in whatever way I want to. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. They've been pretty cool, and I like the Masked Singer. So yeah, I did it just because I wanted to prove that I was kind of versatile and could show my chops and other stuff.
It's a revolutionary health monitoring
But I always have to kind of relate it to wrestling in some way so that people watch it. That's the thing. With the way the algorithms work.
If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through
Did I see Marissa's crash out after Dom lost the title? No, I didn't. It's funny that you should say that Shiloh looks like a Wyatt Weezy because his gimmick used to be that he was obsessed with the dark web. I remember that. Would tell weird stories about his time in the woods and his followers would be animals like raccoons. He was the beast that we of the forest. Yeah, I do remember that.
Redefining what's possible for every care in the
Mock
world.
Meat 691. Good lord.
Cleveland Clinic. For appointments and second opinions,
Good God, good God.
call 833-912-CARE.
See the difference with night team anchor Brianna Clark, only on ABC 57
What's good, Weezy? Man, I'm fading fast. I'm tired. I honestly want to go to bed right now. I want to go to bed. I need a shower.
Ferguson every Thursday beginning at 8, 7 Central, right here on the CW.
You can get a free entry if I ever make it happen.
Well,
Noted.
what we have here is an oblique fracture through the 5th metacarpal. That's the small bone on the outside.
Oh, there's a doctor.
Now, the fragments are not displaced or separated.
Mock
However,
G,
it is
1983. Thank you for gifting 5 subs, buddy. Appreciate
My
you.
best advice is we take you out of action for a period
Thank you,
of time
guys.
and immobilize the fracture. Now, if on the other hand you decide to go to the underground match anyway, there's a real risk. There's a risk that
Well, his hair's been looking fire.
maybe up to 6 months. The other thing is it could very well result in permanent deformity and or loss of function.
Believe it.
I'm
I don't buy
sorry,
it.
Doc. I can't be out that long. I'm one of the most reliable women in the WWE, and it's just not the right time. I have a lot of opportunities coming up, you know. And once I'm done with Kalani, I aspire to win a championship. I need to be on Stand and Deliver. Just trust me, Doc. I won't hurt my hand again. I promise. Look, I signed all the paperwork clearing NXT and any doctors of any liability. Going into the underground, that's my world. And come Saturday, I'm gonna shut Kalani up for good.
Promise me you'll come back after your match.
I will.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, we will head to the underground Saturday.
Tony, let's get straight to it. You trying to box with Dark State? Bring your ass out here then.
How is Weezy behind me now when watching the show? I rewound. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna do. I took you out one by one, and now it's time for me to take those dreams of yours, those dreams of being on top, something you always talk about, and kill it.
Crowbars. Look at the guy next to him. Look at the crowbar.
And Saturday is called Vengeance Day. How poetic. Because that's the day I cash in my final promise of destroying Dark State by taking you out.
After what you did to me and my brothers, tossing our South Gold, taking out Osiris, and trying to put me on the shelf, I'm fighting for 4 on Saturday. This Tony D'Angelo size speed bump in my way, it's gonna get ran right over. Then there ain't gonna be a damn thing on my way becoming NXT champion. Because the main event at Stand and Deliver has my name on it. Because the NXT takeover, the Dark State takeover, is far from over. So on Saturday,
Tony's like,
you better be ready the moment you step foot on this damn property, because I'm gonna be waiting for your ass in the parking lot. It's on site.
he's like, you done? You done? I got a crowbar.
Nah, he cool. He gonna get what's coming to him on Saturday.
Not even worried. Not even worried.
I'll be ready, Dion. Ready to whip your ass in the parking lot, drag your lifeless body to this ring, and beat you in front of everybody.
I'll be waiting for you in the parking lot.
Because on Saturday, one of the 2 reasons I came back to NXT will be completed.
Will the mission be accomplished?
I believe that's Mr. Gilmore's. I'm sorry. I'm done. Doesn't she look like Rebecca?
Escaped a huge title match against Sol Ruca, but coming up next, she'll be defending against what some may say is a bigger threat in Zarya. So how do you plan?
Sarah, the only thing that I'm trying to escape is being caught in the middle of this pitiful Zaruka breakup. Have you seen Sol here today, Miss Journalist? Because I'm sure she's lingering around the building somewhere. There's absolutely no way she's gonna let Zarya get a championship match after what she pulled last week.
I love Fallon's
And
hair.
let's just say, for argument's
Fallon's
sake,
hair
that
color is
Sol doesn't
beautiful.
want to get revenge on her former best friend. Lainey and Fallon, they understand the assignment. Once I get past Zarya tonight, then it's smooth sailing to Stand and Deliver, where I await my next opponent. And that's the Champ's Queue.
Anyway.
And Progressive makes getting claim support so easy.
Joe Lyons is passive progressive.
Wow, they support you.
Liked him.
Grandma supports you. You're a lucky guy.
Joe doesn't have Progressive and takes it out on those who do.
And Progressive makes it easy to make changes to my
I'm
policy.
so sleepy. I am sleepy.
Right. Sarah was the one your mom really liked. Hi, Julie.
I'm putting my Progressive savings towards another cruise.
Look how young you were.
You know what I might, you know what I'm considering doing? I shouldn't. I should really just like make content and make money. That's what I should do. I should just make content. But I'm over here like,
Only at Chick-fil-A.
I should do Shift and like do grocery delivery. Or like DoorDash. Just like take a little like cushion here to pay down my credit card.
Float,
Spitballing.
pop,
How was Raw last night? It was great. It was good. It was good. It was awesome. I loved it. I had so much fun. I had so much fun.
sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
New
But
Mr. Clean Magic Erasers
long
make it
day.
possible
I mean,
for
driving down there,
just
driving
wet and
back.
smooth and effortlessly cut through 100% of dirt,
I'm
grease, and
tired.
grime. So this is
100% possible.
they're upgraded and last
My stomach is really starting to hurt.
Tackle more
Ooh,
messes.
mama.
It's not just clean.
Ooh,
It's Mr.
Nelly. Ooh,
Clean.
Nelly. Ooh,
I
Nelly.
remember getting my first jersey.
I thought I was gonna say I should go to NXT. No. Don't you live in a small area though? No, I mean, define small.
Experiences you'll never forget with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
Pizza Hut right now is offering any large pizza for just $10. That's right. Any pizza,
We use the fuck out of like people use the fuck out of DoorDash and
or hand tossed at any time for
grocery
just
delivery.
$10. Just download the
I live in
Pizza Hut
South
app
Bend.
now.
Like a just in South Bend alone is like I think 110,000 people. And then there's Mishawaka. I don't know how many people are in Mishawaka. Got like 50,000. So like 200. How about Elkhart? I would pretty much do just Mishawaka and South Bend. Evansville. Bitch, opposite end of the state. Complete opposite end of the state. I'm in South Bend.
One sheet of Bounty versus one sheet of the competitive brand. Bounty's durable diamond texture is thicker, and holds up better to your toughest
We
message,
got like
even when wet.
media area, like 200, 250,000, depending on how far you want to go.
At Burger King, you write the rules of value. You roll number 10, I mix and match my way.
3K in your town, that's crazy.
And I can get 2 for
That's
5
crazy.
or 3 for 7. That's all up to me. The $5 duo or $7 trio. From Burger King classics to fan faves. Choose your deal.
How's that flu?
I got this. I don't got this.
Hi DoorDash, and I gotta say it's kind of peaceful just driving and vibing, listening to podcasts, audiobooks, etc. Yeah, and I've worked with the public, so like
Daytime coughing, aching fever, power through your flu, medicine.
This week, the CW
curious
Courtside
like how
Saturday
much.
season finale triple header is slam-tastic.
I've been going out a few nights a week. Goal is to make 200 a week up until the week of Mania. Smart. That's so smart. I'm trying to decide what I would like better. If I would like DoorDashing better, if I should do well. DoorDash does have the grocery shit with it now too, doesn't it? I really think I might, but then at the same time, like,
The day is drawing near.
just make content. But that's the thing is like there's no guarantee of like money with just the content, right? So at least with DoorDash and stuff, it's like I just really can't go back to doing hair. I can't.
NXT Vengeance Day.
Feel you'd be so tempted by food. I wouldn't. I'd have like my cup of water, my lemon water.
The first hour will be live on ESPN2 with night 2's first hour live.
Watch some YouTube videos. You got to know the game, what offers to take, what not to take, etc.
With ESPN Unlimited WrestleMania for the first time ever on
Do another subathon. That'll make us some cash. Feels so. I don't want to do that. It feels gross.
Hey, look, first off, I just want to say thank you all for your help. My time in the NQCC really prepared me to become champion.
My dog.
Could have done it with
Come on now, always, bro. We proud of you, for real. Always.
I'm always watching.
Miles,
congratulations.
Deserve it.
You can set a schedule and a date to slowly lock in on content like a work schedule. Been trying to do that for 6 months.
Damn, Charlie, come on, you gotta go kill the vibe. That's our dog, man. Come on. No need to reminisce about the past.
I know we still haven't done karaoke. I mean, I kind of did. I honestly did,
The clock's ticking.
but it was during the day. I know I haven't like made one and announced one.
Embrace my birthright. All you gotta do is join us so we can get everything we deserve. I know, Charlie. You were not even considering joining these clowns. Oh, clowns? Who you calling? Look.
First of all, Tavion, I'm TNA Knockouts champ. And Charlie, all of your friends have moved on. I think it's time you should do the same, don't you? Think about it.
Ryan, it's Dulcetta with a D, not
Like I'm not
S.
standing right here. I know you ain't considering who. Take advice from Lexus King. Come.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT.
Why is nobody streaming tonight? Am I the only idiot streaming?
Introducing the challenger from Adelaide, South Australia, Zarya. And her opponent, representing Fatal Influence, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Jacy Jayne.
All about the NXT Women's Title. What's Jacy looking for? Jacy's looking around thinking, Sol Ruka's just gonna jump out from somewhere. I'm looking up now too. I think Zarya's thinking the same thing, and Derek Sanders, the official. This one's
Probably just scared that someone's
gonna.
gonna.
Jacy Jayne taking full advantage right out of the gate.
Yeah, right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, Zarya cannot afford to be distracted here tonight. This is a chance of a lifetime right here, Vic.
Well, Jacy, I think, thought she was gonna skate through after last week, and then ran right into Zarya. It was a wake-up call of sorts when she was confronted by the challenger here tonight. You can see in her eyes she was hoping for a replay of last week moments ago. She was peeking over her
I just love how NXT flies by. I don't feel like it is tonight,
but
but
this one's official. This one's underway.
Yeah, Zarya just ran into a big shot right there from Jacy Jayne. Jacy Jayne did flip on a banana peel and ended up in this. She's the best.
so when does Sol show up?
Tonight's NXT recap presented by Progressive. Zarya trying to overpower, rolling through though is the champion.
Nice.
Challenger having to push out. And look, Booker, do you think Zarya is in the right regarding her actions from last week when she cost Sol her championship opportunity?
That was just a lot of, so much pent-up frustrations coming out of Zarya. And I'm going to tell you, it's the best thing that could have happened for Zarya. Now, it's all about Zarya. It's all eyes on Zarya right now. What can she do at this moment?
Oh, she stabbed her best friend right in the back on her best friend's biggest
It's not
night.
about friends, Vic. It's not about pals.
Jesus.
It's not about buddies or anything like that. It's about #1. I'm talking about it's about going to the top of this business and taking over, man.
I get what you're saying because I've heard you say it week in and week out, Booker. No disrespect to anybody. Zarya's upset. Sol's gotten opportunities across all of the WWE, not just here in NXT. Sol doesn't make the decisions.
Did she deserve those opportunities? Or did she get those opportunities just because she's so hot? Just because she's so hot right now. Is that it, baby?
Did you deserve every opportunity? You talk about she should have let Zarya have one. Did you ever step aside?
WWE should offer a sell your soul to the Rock for front row seats at VIP experience at WrestleMania. Honestly, it'd be great marketing. It'd be fabulous marketing.
Who's going to be defending the title or anything like that? No, it's not like that. We're brothers, man. We're brothers.
Oh, Jacy Jayne able to slither away like the snake she is, and she just got dropped by Zarya.
Good shot by Zarya.
Poor Zarya has to get Jacy back into the ring. Only way she can win the championship pinfall.
I agree about Jacy. I really feel like she proved herself. Like she really worked her ass off, despite so many people, being so negative.
How many championships does she have? How many?
I'm not going
Zero. Only thing she has is tag team of the year with Sol Ruka. Who do you think is soaking up all the accolades today? Who do you think?
Whoa! Zarya was looking for that spear. And Jacy just saved by Lady. And now the numbers advantage in full force for Fatal Influence. Can Jacy Jayne retain her title?
New Mr. Clean Magic
No, I'm
Erasers
kidding.
make impossible possible. Just wet and squeeze and effortlessly cut through 100% of dirt, grease, and grime. So this is
100% possible.
They're upgraded and last 2 times longer to tackle more messes. It's not just clean, it's Mr. Clean.
The Colonel never wanted to give someone a meal they didn't love,
Sorry, I have-
so he made the $20
I squeeze lemon into my water. It's supposed to be good for your kidneys. And so I don't like pick the seeds out. So sometimes like a seed will go up my straw and then it's in my mouth and I'm like, "Ugh."
So, Jessica, is there anyone you like?
Like anyone here?
Oh my gosh, let's do Home Court Explorer.
Yes, it helps you shop, quote, and buy the right coverage for you.
If JC drops the NXT belt, it means she's going to the main roster.
So good together.
Don't hate me. I just told him that you're interested.
Maybe. I don't know.
I know.
Baby,
Let's prank call
baby.
each other.
That's not how that works, Jamie.
Tummy hurts. I gotta stop eating so much sugar.
Your bathroom can feel like a revolving door. Keep things
I gotta
fresh
stop.
with Febreze Bathroom. It's an outlet-free air
Gotta stop,
freshener
I
with
gotta
5
stop.
odors for 45 days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing.
know this seems crazy, but Fresh Step traps odor by supercharging 4 million particles in each box with activated charcoal.
Can you mute
So
the
while
ads,
stink won't
please?
stick around, my love will.
Fresh Step. Is it crazy or is it love?
Sometimes aunties have trouble with emotional
Louise, are you a Danhausen fan? Yes, I am a Danhausen fan. Ooh. You got invited to be an audience member via webcam. The liability thing you had to sign to do it basically gave your likeness and everything but your soul to WWE. Seat filler shit too, kind of. Very evil, very nice. Don't swear. The one major issue I have with NXT is just like the main roster, they rarely let women main event. I don't feel that way about NXT, but also I haven't been watching recently. Has that changed? Because I feel like it wasn't like that when I, like, just a few months back. I feel like the women were always main eventing. Did you all hear that Jake Hager is opening for a wrestling return or hoping for a wrestling return? I did not hear that. I feel like Stand and Deliver being so soon and not knowing the build to that is weird. When Stand and Deliver. Heretofore, NXT usually have the women in a minimum of half the show promos and match, and usually more. Yeah, yesterday that was the thing. Yesterday, shit, there were no women's matches yesterday. On Raw, just the main event show. That kind of sucked. Just AJ coming out to cut a promo and that was it. Yeah. Well, and then fucking, yeah, Rhea, they did Rhea's entrance, like her music and everything. And then like backstage segment. Like I said yesterday, like it was a good show, but also it just felt like it felt weird. I don't know. I don't know if it was just because it was after a PLE and they were giving people time off or what it was. But yeah, it felt weird.
Start flowing through the veins of the challenge. Talk about that shoulder right there, JC Jane. She's got a bullseye.
They did do a match for main event, yeah. They did too. Yeah, they did Royce Keys and oh my god, who was yet against? Royce. Oh, and Grayson Waller. And then Ivy Nile and Carmen Petrovic.
Pivotal point in this matchup right now. You can see JC's in pain. Zarya
Kind of weird to have AJ call out the women's locker room and no one came out.
and fatal influence on the outside trying to rally their partner.
Did you not know the Rhea segment was at the stage? Oh wait, no, actually I didn't.
Big impact for both women.
I couldn't see.
And right now, Booker, we're getting into the deep waters of this matchup.
Yeah, you ain't jiving. We are in those deep waters. And
That makes sense.
the question is, who's gonna
They had Hobbs on main event. Fuck. Sam, oh my fucking god. Sounds like the fucking Twitter troll guy that was next to me. Had the same shit. It's like there's a fucking script. There's a script of since when is being like why do we have specific things that are like insults of like, oh, they're a main event? Fucking like he fucking just got to WWE. He had a hell of a fucking match against Grayson Waller. You know who else was on main event for a while? Kit Wilson came to the main roster and has looked fucking amazing. Had won people over instantly. It's not necessarily immediately a bad thing. I'm just so tired of like the fucking wrestling tropes. Can you tell? Can you tell?
That was close, and she's not lying. Take another look at just how close it was. A fatal influence will the fan and they want to. That's not going to help JC Jane.
Right there,
My
JC
number one
James
favorite
just
thing
kicked
on the
out,
show
but that
last
was like an
night.
instinctual kick out, but right now still in the fight. This that in-ring prowess of JC. Wait a minute.
Well, JC talking about how smart she is. She might not want to turn around. She might have needed to get a little bit quicker. It allowed Zari to
A
get
Dom and
back into the
Pentamatch.
game. Big knee right under the jaw. Champion right now is rocked. Almost looks out on her feet. Challenger delivers a suplex. Turning Jane inside out. And you talk about those deep waters.
The Dom and Pentamatch. One of my
Who's
favorite.
gonna sink? And Zari right now is on top of the world. Can she put away JC? What a knee under the jaw. Zarya is out. Oh, she is not in another near fall. What is going through the mind of the champion?
What a knee from the champion, though, right there. I'm going to tell you right there, JC James was so close to closing this thing out.
I know he's quite old. What the fuck, dude? He said, I know he's quite old. But I feel like Royce Keys should have had a short run in NXT. I don't even know anymore. I really don't.
Just entering in to that zone of destruction.
I don't know anything.
Rolling encore. This time connects under the jaw.
Got all of it. Come on, JC. Come on, JC.
JC, Zarya, both women. It's Soruka. Soul is here.
There she is.
Soul's taking out Fatal Influence. It's Soul right now. Oh, no.
I like her outfit.
Double Soul Snatcher.
What am I doing in the ring? Again, I wish I looked like that. Josh's Toy Show. Thank you for cheering 100 bits. Appreciate you. I could be wrong, but I think they'll fully integrate Royce into creative and such after Mania. I mean, hey, at least Royce is making that money. Ooh. I gotta put my hair back in. I'm feeling ugly.
Soruka is possessed and focused on one thing.
Huh. Triple threat win.
What else can happen
What is he supposed to be doing?
We've been waiting all week. The ever-confident Ricky Saint set to give us an
We ain't bookers. We focus on making sure the whole bloodline jumps Punk. I don't feel like I've like straight said it in a while, but you know, like I think that's the craziest thing about me being like that I am a wrestling fan though, is that I do constantly feel like there's something wrong with me. Wheezy Hobbs is a former TNT champ. Not putting a former champion like him just blows my mind. He's way too good to be getting reps. Where would you insert him right now at this particular specific moment? That's the thing. You know, this is where I get in trouble. This is where I get in trouble because you don't know any more than I do, right? As far as, and I almost feel like this goes back to Royce very well could have known what the fuck was up when he decided to sign with WWE. We don't know if he was like, yeah, I'm going to sign. And then there were like unfulfilled like promises. They really could have told him, hey, we're going to sign you on, but we won't be able to do anything with you until such and such time. We don't know any of that information. So to waste my energy talking about what I think someone should be doing and they're too good for this and I don't understand why they're here and this and this and this and this, it's just, it's something that I don't enjoy doing because who the fuck am I to tell someone else that made a decision for themselves that I don't know what actually was decided in it? Who the fuck am I to tell them, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing this instead. Like, It's just not the way that I approach things. It's just not. I never will. I never fucking will. I don't look at it like that. I understand. Listen, I watch AEW too. I know who Hobbs is. I know he's great. However, we have also seen time and time again, they take someone great from somewhere else, they throw them on the main roster, and they flounder because they don't know what to do with them. That happened to Julia. Julia was in NXT for a very short period of time. They threw her ass on the main roster and fumbled her title run because the crowd wasn't ready. They were unfamiliar with her, and she didn't connect with the main roster, and they didn't figure out why that was before they sent her up. The same thing could very well happen to Hobbs, Royce Keys. So there is no guarantee of just because someone is this good, because they did this and this and this, that they're going to just be fucking amazing on the main roster. There is no guarantee of that. So if he decided, well, I'm not going to go to NXT, but yeah, I'll train with whoever, so-and-so, and I'll do main event, and I'll do some dark matches here and there, and, we'll get comfortable here and make sure this is a good fit. And then when the time is right and there's a spot that opens up for me somewhere where there's a story available, because right now I don't even see where is a good place to place him, then that time can come.
The very, very beginning with an impromptu North American Championship match between
Julie is a great example.
and the challenger Ethan Page.
Not a whole lot of them, but there are some. There are some.
To retain his North American Championship, but not to be outdone as this night would continue. Blake Monroe has been to hell and back.
You know that Will Hobbs was originally brought in as an extra body during the pandemic to work dark? So he just proved he was a badass. I'm a huge fan of Julia, and I have to agree. I'm hoping it's the case that things will click in place for her sometime down the line. I think it's happening now. No, I think it's happening now. I just think when they first brought her up, that was the case. They put the title on her and did with that whole thing with Zelina Vega and Chelsea and everything was a very interesting time. And then she just kind of floundered. I think it's getting better now. I think they've been positioning her in a way now that you can really, really see her being showcased, and also placing her alongside people that the crowd already gives a fuck about. So putting her in matches against Io and Rhea Ripley, I think that's helped a ton. And also having Kiana James, correct? That's helped recently a lot too. So no, it's on the up and up for sure. I just mean when it first happened.
Stop Tony's plan. Who stands tall? Who will be victorious Saturday?
At a street fight, can you bring a crowbar?
Are you ready for what's going to happen this Saturday at Vengeance Day? Got to put your mic down again. I know you're excited.
You really want Julia versus Natty? I could be down with that. I could be down with that for sure.
Let's go.
You are one of a kind, I will say that. Countdown to Vengeance
Julia be a slow burn, kind of like Io was. I think it would take a little bit for people to understand, but eventually she would be considered at the top. Io was a slow burn. She really was. I remember when she won Money in the Bank, or I'm sorry, when she won Money in the Bank, but then when she cashed in at SummerSlam, it's still kind of beat her first title run. It was kind of like
championship matches have ended with less than desirable results. With Vengeance Day days away and Stand to Deliver in sight,
Sarah,
how do you plan?
I hate to cut you off. I see where you're going, and I'm with you. But first, I just want to thank the NXT Universe for the pre-sale tickets sold for Stand and Deliver. And tomorrow they go on sale to the general public.
Well, that's great news. But what about the NXT Women's Championship situation?
And look, the NXT Women's division, in my opinion, is the absolute best in the world. But the past 2 weeks, it has not lived up to the hype. So I need to figure some things out. And
Much, Mr. Stone. And right now we're the absolute.
What the fuck is going on?
This is the revolution.
There's a lot on our general manager's
Oh, weird.
mind.
Happened to you too? Oh, great. It's a network thing.
Outdo the rest in our champion with this experience?
The call up I really hated was Keith Lee. I think we probably all hated that. Those were really dark times. Those were really dark times. That's why when people talk shit now, I have a very hard time empathizing. Fucked up Keith Lee. You fucked up Keith Lee.
Can this man become a two-time?
You forgot he got called up? Yeah, exactly. That was right there with like the first Karrion Kross one. Like, yeah. I'm depressed now. I forgot about some of these failed call-ups.
What have you heard about this? I
Oh, it was a wild time. It was a wild time. He's still in the pajamas. If there's one person who should have gone straight to the main roster based on what she's achieved in AEW, is Mariah May Blake Monroe. I could agree with that. I could agree with really any of them being put on the main, but
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
this goes right back to circle.
Lifetime experience hosted by a once-in-a-lifetime performer, me. You know, I am a critically acclaimed actor.
Baby Rock?
You guys saw me on Wild Cards last week.
Baby
We weren't
Rock.
available, but I stole the show. The network, they love me. And I thought,
She wanted to go to
wow,
NXT.
Ricky,
I thought she
you're a
did.
musician.
I know
You're a great
Stephanie said she
actor,
did.
You're a great wrestler. You are the true thespian.
They were gonna cut Cole's hair and make him Keith's
And since I know
manager.
each and every one of you love
Were they
showing
really?
a concert, I thought I'd come out here and I'd do you one better. And with Vengeance Day just a few days away and me becoming
I remember being on the Velveteen Dream train in 2019. What a mindfuck. Yeah, I was too.
Of my appreciation.
And then,
So without
yeah.
further ado, let's get the absolute experience on the road. Excuse me.
I mean, I'm usually not one of those people, but I mean, he's Baby Rock.
Production.
You know damn well he knows that too. He's not stupid.
Almost forgot the pick.
The lasers.
I can relate to desperation. Hold on, I'm sorry. There's a lot of songs that I have written. I'm good
Ricky
now.
terrible.
Sorry, here we go.
Sorry.
Make your injury disappear. I believe in Ricky. Hey, sing it with me.
I don't know what you're singing, babe. What the fuck? Booker.
That's great, right? That's what we love. We put the picture of the Titantron. We make fun of our opponents. You like it?
We all went at the same time. Booker.
Now let's keep the experience going.
Booker T on backups, yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, no more games. All right. Sorry, hold on.
He's not even trying to play chords.
Sorry, hold on.
He just has all of his fingers over the fret.
One of you jabron stage hands, come in. I need a chair. I can't get into a flow state. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all deserve perfection, and perfection is what you're gonna get. I need a chair.
Full chair.
Take this.
That's a full chair.
Oh,
That's different. It makes the sound, the echo. It's a lot better from that position.
The acoustics
Yeah,
of the chair.
that's what I'm saying.
He has no fashion, no style. Makes my eyes hurt whenever I see him.
The guitar slipping off his silky.
Ugly shirt. That's why I believe in Ricky.
No, that's supposed it. No, yes, he's killing it. Slay.
Thank you.
Slay.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys heard that, but I was able to rhyme shirt and hurt. That came to me last night in a dream when I thought, yes, I should do that. Now, there's more to come. Let's go.
More. Yeah, great.
No. Jabroni, come back in here and fix the mic. Something's off. Something's off. I don't
The icing on the cake just continuing. Does he not see your bro?
You know, I don't know if you guys, thank you. I don't know if you guys have smelled something tangy in the air, but it's you. You stink. Please wear deodorant. Here we go. The blonde hair, his beard, it does not go. He looks like the guy from the cooking show. Don't believe in Joe Hendry.
Guy Fieri.
He looks like Guy Fieri. That's the joke. They look alike. Don't you love that? Yes, let's keep going. Vengeance Day is this Saturday.
You guys are no fun. You guys are no fun.
Sorry, I need a new guitar. No.
No, now.
I'm sorry, guys. It's a special day this Saturday at Vengeance Day when I become the NXT, you can let go. Thank you. You let go.
Did you just have like a whole ass like beanie on top? No way. No way. The masks, man. Look at all of the masks. Wounds. Standing O. Miles. You just saw his fit on crying. The silk PJs. He got no shoes on now.
Get out of there, guys. Vanity Project taken care of. Oh, my.
Careful, he'll be slippery. Oh my god, he yeeted him. Oh, right.
Who do you believe in? The champion or the challenger? The landscape of this brand could change Saturday. It's all going down.
I thought that was fun. That was my favorite thing all night. I'm not shitting you. That was my favorite thing all night. This is how you know there's different types of wrestling fans, okay? All right. We can all like it ain't gotta be right or wrong. It ain't gotta be right or wrong. Perception is everything, baby. Perception is everything. Did he used to have bangers with Daniel? I saw that shit, Sam. Did he used to have bangers with Daniel Bryan? Yeah. But did Wheezy Blonde really enjoy the fuckery? Yes. And those are both wins, okay? Those are both fucking wins. All right, baby dolls. An A in my book. That's that shit I like. That's that shit I like, all right? I like goofy fucking shit, all right? Clearly. I have a friend that worked the elimination chamber, and I've told you this before, but they'll text me and they'll be like text me your reactions to something, or like if whatever. And so I forgot to do it, but then like later in the evening I was like, I forgot. I was like, Danhausen was my favorite thing, and they're like, yeah, I kind of figured it would be. Of all the things that happened at the elimination chamber, Danhausen. That's the kind of wrestling fan I am. That's why people don't like me. You can keep your 30-minute classics. You can keep your real graps. You can keep your sicko shit. I want the goofy shit. You know? Peak AEW for me, Danhausen and Ass Boys. Like that was my shit. I don't give a fuck about it's cool. It's great. My favorite Okada, bitch. I don't give a flying fuck about like I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm done. I obviously have an appreciation for wrestling and all of that, but I'm a performance girly, okay? I'm a charisma performance girly. You just like high class art. Scissor me daddy ass. Like that was peak AEW, okay? This shit they've got right now ain't. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I have enough people in here that talk shit about WWE all the time when it's my favorite thing. I can say like 2 not true things about AEW, okay? Give me a break. I gotta listen to people talk shit about the thing I love all the time. You'll live. You'll fucking live. Oh, God. Brian Alvarez loved Danhausen on Raw because he came out to booze at Elimination Chamber and a really shit poof of a pyro. And the first thing he said on Raw was, Danhausen came out to a huge ovation. I think I saw that. Is he on? What Wheezy is saying is she's a theater kid. Yeah. But you know what? Most professional wrestlers are. I think that's some kind of the crazy thing from the fandom, though. I think that's the crazy thing from the fandom that kills me. I still need to make a fucking video about this. Miss Wheezy, yourself, you're a tomboy for real. Am I a tomboy? I feel like that's for little girls. I'm a woman. I've lived the woman experience, okay? Do you remember more wrestling promos or match moments more? Probably half and half. Definitely half and half. It just depends on like the specific moment. Because I don't remember anything. Basically, you find entertaining stuff entertaining. Yeah. Honestly, the theater kid in me loved that chamber entrance by Danhausen. It was, to me, honestly, it was the most Danhausen thing for nobody to, for people, it was just for everyone to fucking hate it and boo it. I feel like, honestly, that was probably the best. I feel like that was probably the best thing that could have happened. I do. I feel like that was a perfect. He has a list of demands. A blimp. I love that his first, he brings up the blimp. The first fucking promo, like in backstage segment, he gets blimp. It fell in the toilet. Why is it soggy? It fell in the toilet. Minnie's video with Nate crashing out in the back will forever live in my head now. So good. My favorite thing about it is that I've met him in person. And that is dead ass. He was genuinely. I have sat next to that man during a death match. And 100%. The pointy pick with Triple H. Danhausen is amazing. I adore Danhausen. Love that Danhausen. I do. He's one of the, and they think that's. I have been a fan of his really since I got back into wrestling. I probably he probably popped on my radar maybe end of 17 into 18, I think. And it was because of Black Label Pro, I'm pretty sure. And so he's one that he's one that is just so off the wall that I never expected him to be in WWE. And he is, and it feels like a fever dream because I think it will work really, really well because he's so unique. There's nothing else like him. He's so different. I don't care if he does. That was what that kid next to me was trying to say at Raw. You know, he doesn't really even wrestle. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Don't care. Wrestling match does not have to be just the same run of the mill your interpretation of a good Graps match. It just doesn't, it does not need to be. And I think any fucking professional wrestler will tell you that. And that's what, I think that's what blows my mind. I think that's what's crazy to me. Professional wrestlers fucking love Danhausen. You know, they get it. Like, just listen, like fucking listen to them. But there are so few of that until they become like Kevin Nash and they're old and, you know, angry. And I still, you know, it makes it so hard. But they understand the broad scheme of all the different things that there are. That's what I have such a hard time existing here. Have I seen Danhausen dancing to tequila? I've seen Danhausen dancing to tequila on the side of a ring. And kicking, yeah. You've ever heard a bad thing about Danhausen? He's just so witty. He can work with anything that anyone gives him. He's very witty. It's goofy characters like Danhausen that made WWE as popular as it was back in the 80s and early 90s, not so much the in-ring. That's the craziest thing to me about people that pander like the Attitude Era shit. Like the people that are, oh, the Attitude Era was the best. The Attitude Era was the best. I'm sorry. The majority of the Attitude Era was not memorable because of the fucking wrestling matches. Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't exactly, and The Rock too. The most popular people of that era were not like these high-flying, choreographed, like fucking hard hitters. You know, that's one of the reasons I get irritated when people are like, wow, so-and-so looks gassed. It's like, they're supposed to be having a, if you're trying to make your other opponent look really credible and you're like having a hard-fought match, yeah. Do you want to be like not sweaty and clean and just like, whew, easy peasy? You were just in a fucking fight. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not to say the Attitude Era didn't have, I mean, obviously if you look at 17, like the TLC match, probably one of the more modern like things that you can think of. It's not that there weren't. You still had people like Brett around. You had Owen around in the mid 90s. Like you had a lot of technical people, but the high flying until God in WWE, you guys would know way better. You guys would know way fucking better than me. I always think of Mysterio in WCW, but that's when Lucha started, you know, creeping in. The cruiserweight, yeah, but WCW with the cruiserweights. So in WWE, that's what I mean. Like when some of them started trickling over, but before then, they were all big and fucking. Wrestling is more than just putting on 5-star classics, and the IWC can't see it. And The Rock, Stone Cold, and The Undertaker weren't technicians, but you had Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and a bunch of wrestlers in ECW. It was well rounded. It still is. I mean, but when we look back at that era, I think some of these kids, I keep saying kids, it's not kids, it's everybody. But it really is hard for me because I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. And that's why it's so nice to have met a lot of my friends that I have, because I feel like I can actually talk about wrestling in the way that I want to, because I don't see it as like this. I feel like there's like a verbiage that a lot of fans that spend a lot of time online have, and I just want to help pull them out. I just want them out of it. I'm like, stop. Like, why are you feeding into this narrative like this? Like, knock it off. And so that's why I definitely, you know, feel like, and have for however long, that I don't feel like I fit anywhere because of it. You know, I will never make the videos that pander to that. I just can't. I don't know how. But I'm also I don't want to make videos that all I do is call that out, because I don't want to do that, because people don't like that either. So People speak in absolutes. Of one example when it doesn't apply to the rest, especially with the Attitude Era combos. Danhausen to Colton Austin, your dad is Billy Gunn ass. Just like you on your shorts would have Rod ass and Todd ass. There's the clip of them at the convention. Man, wrestling would be so boring if there was no versatility, if every wrestler had the same traits or characteristics. Make a alter ego and play both sides of it. Oh, it sounds exhausting, honestly. I mean, there's a place for that for sure, but man, you know, there's always been the idea of like doing skits with it and everything, but style really came into WWE once Punk, Danielson, Seth, Mox came in. Like WCW was the first in the States, but like I said, by 05, that's really when it completely changed. Thinking. I'm thinking. There is something for everybody. Wrestling is literal variety. It's a far jump from Punk to Seth. I would probably say if I had to say when I felt like the know-it-all, like this is a real wrestling. If I had to like pinpoint when that shit started, 2017-ish, 2016. Because that's when I got into wrestling. I'm kidding. You guys would know better. I know that the online shit has existed for so long. I don't even know. I can't imagine like, you know, what kind of conversations were had before then. So do you have a favorite style of wrestler? Style? No. No. I could watch people doing I could watch like the real choreographed like crazy shit that on AEW, like that is super super like really cool. But also I think of, you know, matches that happen in WWE. Really trying to think of a good example right now. Fuck. One of them involves Gunther. Fuck, I can't think. But the slowness and the hard hitting, and actually one of my favorites, you're gonna hate this, is Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar SummerSlam Detroit. That actually is that is actually one of my favorites. I was there for it live. But that's one of my favorites, and it's because when Brock's shorts ripped, yes. Yeah. It's because it didn't need a lot of craziness. It didn't need high spots. It didn't need, it was telling us, I mean, that's the thing. It was telling a story for me, you know, like you're rooting for Cody and he just keeps tossing him out. He just keeps pushing him down. And it's like, he's testing him. And then by the end, you know, Cody's like riled up and here the fuck we go. You know, I really enjoyed that match. I like that match a lot. But then I also, what I've talked about before is like one of my favorites is the Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville match, the Jackass match from Mania, whatever the fuck it was. We've talked about this before. Was it 38? 38. I think it was 38. That was so goofy. I fucking loved it. Right? I fucking loved it. Now, I'm typically not a deathmatch person. I don't like shock. I don't like a lot of shock value normally. I don't like watching people, cut each other open. I'm usually not really big on that. I would prefer if they're going to do that. Like, it's just the typical shit where you're like bleeding and whatever the fuck, like cool. But like literally watching someone like bash someone with a light tube, not my fucking thing. However, there are instances of matches where they used color that like I really, really enjoy. The most recent being Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Now, I know a lot of favorite for a lot of people was Swerve Strickland and oh god, Hangman. It was Hangman Adam Page. Not a fan. I understand, but it's not my bag. Like I can appreciate the fuck out of it. I love both of them. Not my bag. Like I don't a little too much for me. That's people's favorite. A lot of people, dude, I feel like you'd ask a lot of people that are like really, really into AEW. I hate doing WWE AEW fan shit. I fucking hate that. That's fucking stupid because I like both. But people would definitely absolutely classify me as a WWE fan. That's fine. Whatever. I love that shit. CZW makes old school ECW look like Sesame Street. See, and that's the thing. I would never feel the need to talk shit about someone that enjoys it. I could totally see the allure in it. I think there was a period of time, it was on Vice. I think that was my first real introduction to like deathmatch wrestling was CZW. And it was literally just because of that fucking documentary that was on Vice. I didn't really know that it went that deep. And then I was like, holy shit. Oh my God. No, it wasn't even the dark side. It wasn't even Dark Side of the Ring. I don't think so. I feel like it was something else because it was before Dark Side of the Ring. I think it was Dark Side of the Ring. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was a separate thing on its own. It's weird. It's like it's exhausting talking to the IWC about wrestling and exhausting talking about the IWC and wrestling, but the IWC is a part of wrestling if I'm making sense. No, it is. So it's stupid, but it's also become such a part of what we do to talk shit about the IWC, which we're a part of. So it's like we're in it talking about our marky shit, and then we're also talking shit about the IWC, saying the marky shit that they say. So yeah, it is annoying. I first saw ECW on TV. I was like, what the heck, guys and gals do to each other, set themselves on fire with tables. I was said this may work. Watch. I forgot that's you. Any Danielson Nigel match I just love because they beat the fuck out of each other in those matches. Joe Marishima, the Unbreakable 05 three-way dance is a classic. Don't know what any of that is, but I believe you. Did you enjoy the moment at MSG 2022 when Roman Reigns slammed Brock Lesnar on the steel steps and stood over him with both belts? I think it was a perfect plan by WWE to push Roman. I probably didn't like it. I probably didn't. I was a huge Brock Lesnar fan. I was a huge Brock Lesnar girl. I guarantee you I was not a Roman Reigns fan in 2022. I wasn't. I won't lie to you. I wasn't. You got to remember 2022 is a different time. Like, I don't know. Roman was champ 3 years by then. When did he get the title? I didn't acknowledge Roman fucking Reigns until, oh my God, when did I finally give it up? He won it at the end of 2020. Did he have both? He won both of them. Right, in 2020. He won the Then Brock beat, I think, Lashley. Then they unified. You also declared Solo Sikoa your tribal chief. Fuck you guys. You guys remember too much. Why do you guys have better memories than me? You're right. I did. Because listen. Solo Sikoa was my tribal chief because Roman Reigns didn't really fucking earn half of that on his own, or at least retain it on his fucking own. He had that title for as long as he did because of Solo Sikoa doing his fucking dirty work. So the whole like, I know, just let me go. No, shut up, T-Mac. Just let me go. The motherfucker. If it wasn't for Solo, he would not be this elevated tribal chief that he is. That's why Solo's so fucked up. Because Solo was never really able to even do it for himself. He used his best years and ran himself into the ground for Roman Reigns, who never actually gave a fuck. He used his family, didn't give a fuck about them. I still don't think he does. I don't know that he was ever actually fucking remorseful for using them in the way that he did. He got to be tribal chief and just like they all did his bidding and kept him on top for as long as he did. And what the fuck did they get? Solo Sikoa now was just stole the Wyatt's lantern, didn't get to have like a real strong run. He has his Timu bloodline with his face paint MFTs. I'm not done. Let me keep going. And then you got Jey Uso, who he captured the title. You know, they rode him to the top, yeet, 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 and then the whole fucking world turned on him for God knows why. I don't fucking know, because we don't like fun. Jimmy got left in the dirt, even though Jimmy was just kind of carried the Usos for as long as he did. Okay, I'm done now. That's all. And the one who deserves the most credit is fucking Tama Tonga. I'm sorry, Tongaloa. Well, Wheezy just cut a CM Punk promo with a Punk sweater on. Listen to me right now. Who's this we? I crashed all the way out when Jay lost the title. I'm usually just speaking in like, what's the word? Generalizations. That's it. Because I know people will be like, well, not me. I know, but generally, like when you think of like the Eye Patch King. That tag title above his head on the ladder upside down. Ah, those were good days. I feel like it's just progressively, you know, people, they were talking their shit then too. I just feel like the shit it's just progressively gotten. I did order an eye patch. I wore an eye patch. That was my eye patch king. And then as soon as I started saying that shit, he wasn't wearing the eye patch no more. Ooh. Lord. We've gone through 10 years of wrestling and 5 years here. Tonga was so unintentionally funny. It was hilarious. I feel like he knew, like he knows it too. Oh my God. Wheezy, did you not know that it was only Roman, Jay, and Paul Heyman for the first 7 months of the Bloodline? Motherfucker, you know damn well I didn't fucking know. You know I fucking knew. Now you're just getting Wheezy. I'm cutting the bullshit. Yes, I fucking knew because I was there for it. But do you think I remember? No, because I don't have a goddamn memory. I just don't. I'm in more of the now. There's a lot. That's like fucking those old ladies that watch The Young and the Restless. Now we're really off kilter. That shit has been on for 70 fucking years. There's a lot of shit that happens. I'm sorry if I can't remember every fucking woman that Victor impregnated. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of shit that happens, okay? I got a lot of stuff up here. There's a lot of things in this brain. There's a lot of things that I got to do and remember. I have a lot of responsibilities. I've cut back, but you know, some of the things in my life, they just, you know, what even was that? The first 7 months, that was 2020. We kind of all had some crazy shit happening in 2020. If some of our memories took a little repression, I think we could be forgiven for it. That was a pretty stressful fucking time. Can't go outside, you know, without a fucking mask on. You know, things were closed. Couldn't go to a bar and have a drink. You know, we weren't working, and then we were working, and then when you went back to work, you had people fucking yelling at you because you're just trying to follow the law and not get your salon shut down. Clearly, I have some trauma here that I fucking... So no, I don't remember that the first 7 months was Roman J and fucking Paul Heyman. I'm done. That felt good. That felt good. I'm not gonna lie. You have a weird amount of nostalgia for 2020. I do too. No, I do too. Because obviously before this became my job, like I was not able to watch every week. I kept up on a lot of what was happening through Wrestle Talk, not like Wrestle Talk TikTok, but like Wrestle Talk. So Ollie Davis and those. I watched like the 5-minute recaps. That's how I kept up on a lot of what was happening because I was so busy. I just didn't have time. So, honestly, it was such a unique time because of what was happening around the world. It was interesting to watch. It was amazing to watch. It really was. AEW at that time too, like watching both of them was really, really interesting to see how they went about it. You know, and then when they were letting people trickle in, it just was interesting. Yeah. The Greater Good Seth, the Monday Night Messiah, still one of my favorite things because it was the first time Monday Night Messiah in 2020. It was the first time in WWE that we saw Seth Rollins really go into like a character, like a really charismatic character. You know, he had flip-flopped back and forth between this, you know, this heel after the Shield, you know, being with the Authority and all that, and then going into, you know, CrossFit Jesus babyface, and at the end of that, it was kind of like, okay, what is Seth Rollins right now? He's just Seth Rollins, like this. Okay, whatever. Like, yeah, cool. Like it was getting kind of like, oh, all right, you know. When he flipped the switch on the Messiah, I mean, it changed it changed everything. Changed everything for him, and the way he's been able to evolve over and over since then. So I feel like someone just said something that I agree with. Hear me out. Seth is a Jericho of his era. He has reinvented himself a ton. I agree with that. I feel like Seth now, he opened that floodgate of like creativity, and now he could just go right into something else constantly. Isn't it weird that in 2020 there really wasn't that many wrestling content creators back then on YouTube? Crazy to see how much it's grown. It's annoying. I'm over it. We talk about this all the time. Not to let you into like the conversations of people that do content, but me and Minnie have talk about it all the time of like, I'm so tired of everybody wanting to be a wrestling content creator. I'm so tired of it being this thing that it became. Because I just kind of fell into it and I love it, but it's also me being hard on myself because I feel like I didn't capitalize on it as quickly as I should have and done what I wanted. And now I'm getting pushed into this pool of, oh, everybody wants to be a wrestling content creator. It's like, bitch, I've been doing this. I've been here for a long time. I would like to consider myself one of like the OGs of the boom. Like there's the OGs of people that were doing it for a long time. Conman is one of them. Conman was doing it for a very long time. You have the Simon Millers, you have Wrestle Talk, you have, you know, Queen of the Ring was even doing stuff back in like 17. Like they're you guys would know the names of more people. There obviously were people, but nowhere near the amount that there is now. When it comes to the streamers, I'm one of the the OGs of the boom. I really am. So I don't like people fucking funneling me into this like, oh, you're just doing this. Motherfucker, I was doing this streaming to 20 people when WWE knew fuck all about us, you know? BDE is an OG. Absolutely. Them deciding to have a romance between Buddy Murphy and Aaliyah Mysterio was so fucked up, man. Dom also got whooped with 1,000 kendo sticks. That was weird. That was weird. I think BDE was on, I recall him on an episode of Quizomania. He was. That was the first that I had ever learned of Queen of the Ring too. Alex, one of my friends. That was the first time I'd ever heard of her. Ray lost an eye and grew back a new one. Rey Mysterio got yeeted off this. Was it Ray? Yeah, Ray also got fucking fell off the side of a building. Remember in 2020 when Randy Orton went into a room full of legends with a steel chair and night vision goggles? He turned the lights off and beat the shit out of them. I didn't until you said that. Until you said that. There are too many who just scream at the show their whole stream. The thing that sets apart oh cool. Right. The thing that sets apart, I think, like the OGs that have been doing this a long time or the people that get successful is we don't try to talk the way that the internet expects you to. Have you ever noticed that? You ever noticed like Santi, myself, Khan, Minnie, you know, there's quite a few newer people that have gotten really successful at it as well. Deporticus got really popular, especially on YouTube, because he'd never watched it before. Like he was a brand new fan, so he didn't have like the jargon, you know. There's something alluring about, you know, someone just talking to you like a person. I'm not here to fucking chastise you about something I saw someone else write. I don't give a fuck. You know. Hi Weezy, first time watching you stream on Twitch, but I watched your TikTok videos. What did I miss? Hi, I need to post more on TikTok. I just post on Instagram. There needs to be an easier way for me to post on both, like at the same time. To be fair to you, Weezy, no one knew being a wrestling content creator was going to have the boom it did, kind of like Bitcoin. No, we didn't. We didn't. You know, when WWE showed us for the first time, ooh, Austria. Hi. When they showed us for the first time, we didn't know that they knew who we were. We didn't know. Were there some people that probably played shit up to try and get on TV? Yeah, absolutely there were people that did. Absolutely. But it's not my job to police who that was and who that wasn't. Because I know who I am when the cameras are off and I'm watching TV. I know who I am when I'm at a show by myself and how I react to things. Everyone is different, you know. I'm sure some of you have never turned a camera on yourself in your life and you sit on your couch and you fucking yell and react to shit. Like it's just the way that it goes. But you know, we were doing this before there was that payoff. I never would have thought that would have happened. And they haven't used and that's the thing. They'll drop you like a hot potato. You know, you don't know. You don't really know. You don't know who's choosing the clip. They're such an interesting animal. They really, really are. So I just got tired of people saying that they're paying for my shit. Like, motherfucker, I'm in debt. I pay for my shit. I fucking hate it. They are the equivalent of the fans in the arena who used to overreact at an event to try to get on camera. Oh, those still exist too. They do. Wrestling being a thing that people can make content on and be successful is something that I'm so happy and proud of with all the hard work everyone, including yourself heavily, who's put the time into it. 2024, there was a fake reaction epidemic. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But again, it's not my job to police who. And I don't think bringing the pitchforks out for every single person that did it was the right call either. You know, I don't think that jealous podcasters needed to do and say the shit that they did that got us to where that really perpetuated, I think, the environment that this is now, where it's damn near not even fun to like engage with like the community at large, you know? Remember the week Alexa threw a fireball in Randy Orton's face and he bandaged up his face? He came out with his face all burned at the end next week, 0 burns. I don't think I actually remember that. I blame Brock Lesnar guy and the dude when Undertaker lost the streak. I'm not blaming nobody for nothing. But I do know the second thing that you said. Your CM Punk Survivor Series debut reaction, screaming and spinning in your chair was awesome. That was me clapping back. Did I like the Thunderdome era? I did. I did. I mean, there was goofy shit that happened, but again, I like goofy shit. Sometimes the things that are really bad, I like. I know that that's counterproductive by like the typical standards of stuff, but I remember when Christian debuted, everyone thought it was going to be Batista because they called him a Hall of Fame level talent. I do not remember that. That build of Mania 40 for sure was a crazy time for newer reactors appearing on the scene. Well, yeah, I mean, that was right. We got featured. I mean, it featured a whole bunch of people that were already doing it. I don't feel like there was a lot of like new people that jumped on. Maybe some. There were some. But it was kind of like shit or get off the pot, and then it just kept spiraling and spiraling. But we got featured for the first time November 2023 when CM Punk came back. And that led into 40. Yeah, it was just fucking crazy. How with a content creator, if their reactions are genuine or not, I just tend to stick to the ones which I truly believe they don't pretend or act in any way. Well, and another thing too that me and Minnie talk about this all the time too is like there's a lot of people like we just constantly get asked like how do I be a reaction streamer? How do I be a reaction streamer? How do I be a reaction streamer? When it's like we do it because we've been doing it for so long. We obviously enjoy it. It brings traction. We love engaging with you guys, but also it's not really the thing that like feeds the creative part of us. It's not the thing that feeds the creative part of this. And don't take this because those of you that are here are obviously people that are like OGs and like I adore all of you. But you know, like when we're doing like Raw or a PLE and there's tons more people in here that we don't normally engage with, they bring an energy that like knocks us down a few pegs, and then it makes it really hard to pull up the creative energy to like do the things we really want to do. And so that's why I've been so inconsistent on like YouTube, because I engage in the way that I do. Whereas someone like Santi does not engage whatsoever. I mean, he's dialed in and makes his content and he's a machine and he is doing exactly what he needs to do in order to do that. But we bring on the energy of what's brought at us. And I don't care what anyone says. It's always said by people that don't do it. You have to naturally be able to riff off of things. Everyone can't naturally react on the fly and be entertaining. Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. Having an inner dialogue, like being able to just like be funny and joke and be observant too, in the way that you speak, the way you speak to other people. But that's the thing is like to being a good reactor, we're just being ourselves. We're just being ourselves. There's no like, you know, there's no secret code. There was never any secret code. You know, any person that will tell you, if you meet me in person, this is who I am. If you meet Minnie in person, that's who she is. If you meet Conman, if you meet Santi, that's who they are. I've met all of them. I'm friends with all of them. Now, there are reactors out there I've met. They're not who they are when I've met them in person. So, you know, some of it is fabricated, some of it's not. But the ones that I feel like they have to fabricate it, like there's a shelf life. If you could do another channel that would feed that creative part of you, what would it be about? Oh my God. You know, the bad thing is that I'm so severely ADHD that I have my hands in a lot of different shit. Movie reactions? No, absolutely not. I don't even like watching TV. I would love to. Oh my God. It would just have to be a mixing pot because I like skit work. I like really comedy early, like I also like house projects. No, yeah, I love I love a good DIY shit. But the thing is that I wouldn't want to just do like how-to videos. It would be me being funny and like finding ways to show you the shit that I'm doing. But I also do like doing skits and writing skits and playing characters. Never agree. It's the same for Formerosas. That's why Maven and Stevie Richards are so successful. They're just who they are. They're just who they are, and also they have the thing with them too is they have the actual knowledge. Like if you have that, and that's why I truly the reason that I don't make regular wrestling podcast conversation stuff, the reason that I don't make long form YouTube videos analyzing specific things and trying to be critical and like what I think they should do differently is because that is not my area of expertise. I'm a consumer. You know, I'm a fan. So for me to put the booking hat on as a fan is just it's dishonest of me and not what I want to do because it's not who I am. And so that is where the disconnect has come in as far as what the fuck I'm even supposed to be making. You know, cuz then the audience really does expect like, oh well, these people are making these like reviews and all of this and all of this and it's like, well, that's not what I want to do. Hands up, who knew Taker was such a blabbermouth? Is it fair to say you're someone who wouldn't make content that you wouldn't watch? I'm picky about content that I watch. I'm real picky because I have the attention span of a flea. It has got to be fucking entertaining, or you have to have something that I really you have to have something that I really want to listen to, or something that I think really has value for me to hear, or something that I think is funny, or something that I think is really interesting in order for me to want to listen to it. Because like I'm not even like I'm gonna listen to every single episode of a particular podcast. Because like Chris Van Vliet, he's not my favorite interviewer. I adore him as a person. He's a very nice person. He's very giving with all of his information. He's just a cool dude. However, his interview style is not my favorite. But if he has a guest that I've seen snippets of and I feel like there are some things that I really do want to see, or it's a guest that not a lot of other people have gotten to interview, I will watch it. I did Retribution, and one of the videos that came up first was a long-haired Wheezy. I miss my hair. I only ask because I think you have a great personality that can transition to and do great in any niche. I do too, but the thing is that I'm learning enough about myself to know that I have to be very careful about the amount of projects and things that I commit to, because when I am in an up, which right now I'm in an up, so my moods and everything go really, really up and down. I have really low energy weeks where I'm pretty sure that I just want to die, and I have really high energy weeks where I feel like I can take over the world. So I'm like in the middle of an up right now. So I feel like I can take on a lot of different things. And then it comes down to it, however, down the line that, oh shit, I actually took on way more than I can handle. And then I'm letting people down in the process. So I have to stop doing that. um but I would love to. Oh my God. I really, the thing is that I have such an appreciation for the business. If you want me to be 100% honest with you, I wanted to work with a wrestling company. Like I wanted to work in social media for a wrestling company. I wanted to help create content, or I wanted to help report. Like I wanted to be able to weave my personality into helping create content for someone. And I was even open to like sports. So I was aiming really, really high. And that just like I feel like you can only have so many doors slammed in your face, and so many, and like the rug. And I've talked about this before, so I'm sorry for those of you, Brian, that are here that have heard this 50 times. You can only have like the rug ripped out from underneath you so many times before you're finally like, okay, we need to pivot. We need to pivot. The definition of insanity really is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Sometimes the thing that you love don't love you back. Sometimes you can get an offer for something, or sometimes you can think that you're being led down a path and then it just not happen. People just decide, oh, we're going in a different direction. And you just have to learn to deal with that. And it's very hard. It's one of the most difficult things to feel like you got this close to your goal or your dream and then it disappear. Like imagine having like your wildest dream confirmed to you, and you're just waiting for like this one other thing to happen, and then it never happens, and it just disappears basically, and you get no explanation, you get nothing. So that is a really, really hard thing to bounce back from. It's a really hard thing to bounce back from. Chris Struck 05, thank you for subscribing. Happy 7 months. Thanks for being here. Sometimes it takes 1,000 closed doors before the one good door opens. Yeah, but it's still learning to navigate it. Like you can know like, oh yeah, you have to bounce back. Well, no shit. Well, no shit. You have to bounce back, but how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you convince yourself that you're still worthy of this? How do you know you're on the right path? Like it's all of these trial and errors of figuring out where your strengths are and where you actually need to be or want to be. And it also shakes your confidence. So some confidence that you may have had is now gone, and you're like, oh fuck, am I actually not good at this? Yeah, then I feel like Will and Brian, I feel like that's what I did. I feel like I did just like kind of take a break, but I knew I needed to. But now I feel like I'm getting back to the point where I am like, okay, it's go time. But the cool thing is that I actually have like, I feel like before, I would try to come up with like something I wanted to do, and it just was like echoes, spider webs, cobwebs, nothing. And now I feel like on the daily, I've got so many ideas of things I want to do. Now it's just buckling down, sitting the fuck down, and doing it is the thing. Navigating the effects of disappointment isn't always easy. No. ER visit equals a break. I wish someone told me that in the 2000s. No shit. WrestleMania season can be inspiring. It can be. It can be. It can also be. I was there last year, so, and I worked it. So, think of like, okay, last year I got to work WrestleCon and be in Las Vegas for WrestleMania. And then I got to work with Xfinity, which got me to WrestleMania on the stage. And then the next night, I met someone else that had gotten me tickets to be there. Okay. So I got to do all of that. And so now here we are, I got to go do that and work for people. and trying to stay positive now because I have no leads right now on working with anyone for WrestleMania. So it's really hard to sit here and be like, where did I go wrong? What didn't I do? What should I have done? How could I have been better? What's wrong with me? Like, it is hard to like not spiral in that way of being like, being at WrestleMania and working last year and feeling like you were on top of the world. And like, it was just this crazy thing. And now I might be sitting at home streaming, which is fine, but it hurts a little. It hurts a lot. Like, you know, it's a very much a what if, what could I have done differently? How can I do things differently? I have no clue how you painted it and didn't get a speck on that sweater. Did I paint in this one? I'll let I painted in this one. I have specific ones that I usually won't. FOMO is a top 5 worst feeling ever. I hate the amount of times I felt it. So it wouldn't have to. I have now if it weren't for WrestleMania. Long story short, I saved up to go to 33 and said to myself, why am I only excited this one time of the year? So I made changes that led me to the job I have now. I love that. Oh my God. I love that. But I feel like that's what this is all doing for me too. That's why I'm making so many changes. Because I'm like, you know, you really are in, for the most part, health pending and all kinds of other things. But if you have the means to take control of your life in a specific way, you know, I definitely want to, you know, in any way that I can. FOMO sucks. FOMO does suck. It was really hard not being at Creator Fest, and I didn't even get to go last year, but it was hard. And obviously I was happy for everyone that got to go, but it doesn't even mean that there was anything wrong with me. You don't get to do everything. You don't get to go to and do everything. There are specific people that do, but those people have way more of something than I do. But then that's what sneaks in of like, oh, I fucked up. Like, oh shit, well, I fucked up. Like, think about it all the time. All the time. Your friend went to it? Nice. Nice, nice. A lot of my friends did. A lot of my friends did. Popping my ears. Popping my ears. But I've gotten to do some of the craziest shit. So my stepdad taught me to not miss out on the fun things because one day you'll look back and wish you'd done it and there's only one time on this earth to do those things. That's what I tell myself too. That's why when I like worry about financial stuff, I'm like, it's gonna be fine. Like I'm gonna figure it out. It's not great. But I'm resourceful and I'll figure it out. It's just laying down and doing it, you know? Not quite. I've got quite the debt. I've got quite the debt. Chris Struck 05, did I thank you for the resub for 6 months? If I did not, thank you. Shouldn't drop this here, but kind of event I found out things that ruined things with the girl things were getting serious with. I'm sorry. When you were sitting above the stage at Mania, how bad was being that close to the pyro? It wasn't bad at all, but I think the pyro was being shot off above where I was, and there was more seats up there. So I think the people that were up there really got it. For us, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't. I feel like everything was blocking it. A lot can happen in 6 weeks. You're right. But it's still there. It's still there. Like, like helps cover the smell. Jesus Christ. The stage looked cool though. It was insane. I mean, it was really, really cool. It was really cool to see. Oh, you're not religious, but keep some faith. I always hold on to a little bit. I always hold on a little bit, but I also think preparing yourself for the worst is better than being truly, that's who I am as a person. I think preparing yourself for the worst is better than not living in at least a little bit of reality or realism of like what the possibility of what could happen. You know, I'm all for manifestation bullshit and positive mindset of like you bring whatever, but it feels like with that statement, do you prepare for the best if that chance does come? Yeah, I do. Yeah. I think of like how I would react to like the best case scenario, what I would do if presented the opportunity, like I prepare for it. But do you mind if I ask, when you're invited, is airfare and hotels included or just the show? Depends on the company. It really does. It depends on the company and what you're doing. So Xfinity paid for my flight. They were willing to pay for my flight, hotel, and then they were sending me to the show to get the footage and make videos for them. But WrestleCon I was already staying with WrestleCon, so they only had to cover my flights. And then there's a lot of places that will offer you tickets to a show. Like typically not always wrestling. Like I've never really heard of wrestling, but well, that's a lie. TNA did this. But that was a different circumstance because we got to go backstage and make content and stuff. But you'll get offered free tickets and like nothing else. It's just like, hey, here's these free tickets. Can you come to the show and do this and this and this and this? So you're getting free tickets, but what they're asking of you means you have to travel, you have to pay for your lodging, and then you're also doing all of this unpaid work just for exchange of free tickets. It's not worth it. So I won't accept offers like that unless it's something I really, really, really want to go to. But if I were to get like free tickets to like something, I would kind of be like, I did the AEW one in good faith because it was my first AEW show. But I mean, you get free tickets and that's it. Like they gave me tickets to World's End, and then in exchange, luckily AEW wasn't one to like ask for specific requirements, which is why I also was willing to do it. But some places would be like, hey, we want you to do this and this and this and this. And it's like, bitch, you didn't actually pay me. You just gave me these fucking tickets. Like, I'm not bending over backwards and making all of this unpaid video work for you just because you gave me a ticket. Like, fuck that. How close at entrance field? I don't know what that means. I don't believe in the manifestation, but I've tried to stay calm and relax even in stressful situations. I'm glad that you're learning to calm down with those kinds of things. Just make sure to tell them when Collision airs and how great the ratings are. Right? Oh my goodness. You're going around 2 weeks in Texas. I'm pretty excited about how was Raw last night. Raw last night was good. It was awesome. World's End was such an amazing show too. So glad you got to see it live. It was awesome. I wish I wasn't like dying. I was so tired. I was so tired, but it was really fun. And also I had that guy behind me yelling. So that sucked too. Even though this year is different than last year for you, what were some of your favorite experiences from last year? The 2K event last year at Royal Rumble was really cool. Just getting to work WrestleCon was really cool. WrestleMania Las Vegas honestly was the coolest thing for me. Working with Xfinity at WrestleMania and getting to experience Vegas and go to the show and just it was the most surreal thing. Like that was my favorite thing. It's honestly crazy to think how WrestleMania and SummerSlam were the same year. Because WrestleMania was before I like had a nervous breakdown, and SummerSlam was immediately after. It was my first Mania, yeah. And SummerSlam was immediately after. And I loved SummerSlam too, but SummerSlam was so much fun Okay, I loved New York. Going to New York, I feel like almost ruined me because I loved it there so much. Um, and then I had to come back home. But SummerSlam felt like a last. Like as the year kept coming to the end and nothing was really changing, and I had you gotta remember too that I continued doing my salon job while making content, and there's a lot of I was in Cleveland. Yeah, I was in Cleveland. That was wait. Oh wait, no. Oh my God, 2024 was a completely different year. Oh God. Okay, wait. Bump everything I just said because you said. Well, no, that was still 2025. Okay, but 2024 was like a lot of really like a lot of hope because I was one of very few. There were a lot of cool talks about things that creators would be doing. I got to do a lot of cool shit. I went to Cleveland SummerSlam. I went to Monday Night Raw, and I got to interview 5 or 6 talent, like just fun content backstage at a Raw in Grand Rapids in November of 2024. So there was a lot of hope. Like there was a lot of hope there. It was like, oh my God, like, okay, cool. Like I'm doing these things. Like this is really great. And then we got into 2025 and I started, I did what I thought I was supposed to be doing. Didn't quit my job. But I did what I thought I was supposed to be doing, and I did Royal Rumble and I did these events, and I honestly was so sick. I was so fucking sick, and I just kept doing it anyway. I should have quit my job. I was so burnt out. I wasn't eating. And then we just kept going, trucking through 2025. Should have quit my job. Didn't do it. And then it kind of seemed like not seemed like, it's what happened. Like all of the hope that I had of all of this cool shit that I got to do and working with WWE talent and maybe really getting to do something cool, just like it just disappeared. And so that was kind of like, I don't know, I think it was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back as far as like my sickness and like my nervous breakdown that happened in July. It just was kind of like, okay, that's it. You should have said 2024. No, that's okay. 2024, like I said, was a lot of hope. I had a lot of really cool, like I got to go backstage at WWE and interview people. That was really cool. It didn't go smooth. Nothing ever did. Nothing ever does. But like I said, when you get to do something like that and it's like this peak moment and then it feels like, okay, great. I don't know how to get back there. What did I do to fuck it up? It's hard. So it makes it even harder when you have these fucking losers on the internet that are like, oh, WWE is never going to hire you, or all the shit that they talk. And it's like the last thing I'm trying to do right now. It's the last thing I'm trying to do right now. I'm just trying to figure out who I am and stream and like, get right. It is shitty. And I think they know it's shitty. That's why they avoid me. It's shitty and they know it's shitty. That's why they avoid me. Yeah, I'm a shill. Like, no, I just actually really, really enjoy wrestling. I really enjoy the wrestlers that are there. And the cool thing too about WWE is I made some really cool friends there. So like it's fun to get to go, and like a couple of the photographers and people that are there like will come say hi, and it's I don't hate everybody there. Am I hyped about 2K26? A little bit. I'm not a big video game person. I want to be, but I have everything set up and ready to go for it. So I am excited about that. Very, very excited about that. On top of many other things. Excited about many things. I can't wait for the summer. Did you get 2K26? I gotta bug my agent about if I'm getting a fucking code or not. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not. You ordered. Cool. At events, do you like it when fans approach you or not really? I don't mind it. It doesn't like feed my ego or anything like that. I'm not like, I think other people think way more high. What is even the word? Think higher of me than I think of myself. Like even on walking to the arena yesterday, like there were a couple girls in front of me with some people, and they saw me, and the one was like, just, she just was like so like worked up, like seeing me, and I just was like, as a normal person, that's a hard thing to like know how to navigate, because I just have a camera. I just have a camera. I'm really good at editing things and talking on camera. I'm in a lot of debt. I don't feel like a famous person, but then I go to these events and you can hear that people recognize me, and it's kind of, it's just a hard thing to grasp. Like, it's just a hard thing to grasp when I just live my normal everyday life and no one knows who I am here. But you go to a wrestling event, it's a whole different story. But I don't mind it. Do I, what did you say? Do you like the convos with the fans in real life? Yes and no. I love talking to people. I love people. I had a people job for a long time. I love people. I love human interaction. What I don't like is people that want to talk about disrespectful shit. That's what I don't like. If you were to get hired by WWE, you would have to be biased. Peter Rosenberg isn't. There's a certain way that those things work. I don't give a fuck anymore. I never was biased. That's the thing. I've always just been myself. Why you want to be biased? Who the fuck wants to be biased? What are we talking about? Do you think that WWE should focus on ring gear of their superstars? I think the ring gears were way better in the 2000s as compared to now. I disagree. I think the ring gear right now is beautiful. I love all of it. I think it's great. Someone on YouTube. There was someone on YouTube that said that. I was like, wait, no. I disagree. You had to explain to your dad why I didn't join a rock band and tour and become famous. I like teaching and I don't want to be famous. Rush, yes, please, but not the famous part. I've grown up seeing people have to live that life and it is hard. I think about this all the time. There's a few videos that had popped up in the past of like streamers that are, on levels. I think there was one that, I can't even remember what his name is. It wasn't Kai. It was someone else, not Speeder Kai. It's somebody else. And how quickly the fame, because that's the thing about like online personalities is one day, I am small scale, the smallest of small scale. I can go undetected everywhere except a wrestling event, and it's not like I get mobbed. You know what I mean? Like there's just wrestling fans are docile and little mice that just hi, and most of them are afraid to come say hello. Like a TikTok celebrity or like a big streamer that has a lot of young like Gen Z don't give a fuck fans, they'll like fucking mob you, and they will also treat you like you're not a human being. And so that's what this guy was talking about. He was talking about how like he got mobbed and like the way that they were doing things, the way they were talking. He's like, I hate this. Like, I hate this. Like, I can't even go outside. And it's like, people don't even treat me like I'm a human being. And he just was talking about that experience. And it pisses me off because it's always like, well, this is the shit you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. It's like, I don't think anyone should be deduced to signing up for being treated like shit. You know, like that's crazy. So I think about that a lot of like, how badly do I actually want a level of notoriety? If I, you know, I don't know. I don't think it will ever get to that point where I have to worry about it. I don't think I'll ever get to that point. So I'm not really worried about it, but I think about it. You're not really owed anything as a fan if you don't pay for it. No, you're definitely not. Having to meet people backstage at shows you've never met but have listened to your music or whatnot and are awestruck when meeting you, I cannot pretend a stranger is a long-awaited friend. This is one thing I think that really separates me as a fan is I have an admiration for people. I've never been a big celebrity person, but I obviously have the admiration for wrestlers. I obviously really enjoy them. None of them, there really are no celebrities. I think I've talked about this before that are like, I'm never going to be the meet and greet fan that is like, you changed my life, you saved my life, you this. Like, I don't put that kind of power or stake in people that don't know who I am. I agree with that, but at the same time, it comes with the territory of being popular, unfortunately. I understand. See, that's the thing is that's what deduces it, though. We fucking understand that. You think that, like, a popular streamer doesn't fucking know that? Like, yeah, they do. Like, it comes with the territory, but we have to stop writing off. We have to stop excusing things just because that's just the way that it goes. That's the way. No, we should be able to point out the fact that it's shitty, crappy behavior. Just deducing it being like, oh yeah, that's just what comes with the territory. Fuck that. Be the reason that it changes, you know? Have some respect. Have some fucking respect. Now I'm not saying that everyone has to be like this, but I don't fangirl out. I don't typically ask for photos. I'll pretend that I don't know who you are. When I worked for Fanatics, well, I had an opportunity with Fanatics. I was in like this room thing. And I was picking out vintage clothes and it was closed off to everyone else. It was in the mall in New Jersey for SummerSlam. And only certain people like had the access to it. And so I was in there and AJ Styles came in and I just watched him, you know, looking at stuff and they were talking to him. And obviously once every time one of the WWE talent came in, like I was invisible. Like it's fully fine. I don't care. I'm over here just like looking at the vintage stuff. But I mean, AJ Styles was right behind me and I'm just, you know, it's just who I am as a person. Like I'm not going to fuck with you. I'm not going to talk to you. Hi, you know, but I'm gonna leave you alone. You don't have to be that way, but it's just, I feel like it's just who I am, you know, it's who I am as a person. Because then Julia came in after, same thing. Now I did see later in the day, there was like another creator that was there and, you know, they took pictures with all of the creators that were, with all of the talent that were in there and talked to them. It's just not me. It's just not me. I wouldn't even force myself because it would just make me uncomfortable. It would just make me uncomfortable. But I also, like I said, I also had aspirations. I also had aspirations to work within the business in some capacity. So it's just always how I've conducted myself, also knowing that if I were ever to have the opportunity It's just how I conduct myself. I did it at TNA too. Like I just treat everyone, I treat everyone in the room the same, and I act like I belong there. So I won't fangirl, I won't freak out. Like if I'm working backstage somewhere, I belong here. Like it doesn't faze me to be around someone that is, you know, famous or whatever. Weezy, I could see you succeed in AEW. You in a Renee Paquette type spot would be perfect. Those kind of things don't just come a knocking, you know? I was nervous to meet you, but you made that experience so cool and chill, treating me with such respect and kindness. I try to do that with everybody. I do. I try to do that with everybody. Because I can tell people are nervous. And I recognize, like, especially when someone's nervous, like those girls yesterday, they kept apologizing to me. Like, she just kept apologizing to me. It was like, I'm so sorry I didn't mean to freak you out. And I'm like, you didn't freak me out. You know, hi, you don't, she just kept saying it. I'm like, I recognize that it's a difficult thing to put yourself out there like that. I would never, oh my God, I can't imagine somebody putting themselves out there like that, being visibly nervous and being a dick. That, and because you would have to watch it like crush them. I could fucking never do that to somebody. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I'm not going to let someone like be disrespectful to me, or, if I genuinely don't have time, or if I'm on my way, like, and I will never be rude, I try to give people time if I can. I would feel a lot cooler if someone like AJ Styles was just casually near me and I was able to handle it like he was just another person, even though deep down I'd be going crazy. That's kind of my logic. Without telling you, it's one little snippet I'll give you. I got to be in catering at WWE and I acted like I fucking belong there. Inside, are you kind of like, yeah, but it makes you feel a lot cooler to just be like, I'm just gonna drink my coffee in the corner. Remember when I was nervous when I wanted to take a picture with Noelle and cover bummer? I do remember that. And I was trying to understand. Because she's just Noelle. She's just my friend, but like, I get it. Fans can go too far at times, and that's not okay. I tend to think that some people have emotional attachment to famous people sometimes, and that can make it better or worse depending on who you ask, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, for sure. Froze up at a meet and greet with Rush. There's a picture of me with my mom, stepdad, Getty, and Alex smiling my ass up. I think the only person I got like was it was Dustin Rhodes. Yeah, I think that's the only person I kind of was like, I don't know why. One of the things I hate is the people who go up to famous people who are just trying to get on with their day, and then they just shove the phones in their face and get angry with, yeah. I get a lot of the people that are also like me that just, because I totally get wanting to take a picture. Bitch, I love having a picture. There are a lot of people I would have liked to take pictures with. And I know like the thing in the locker room, which I'm not in the locker room, so it doesn't apply to me. But they'll say like, just take the picture. It's like, yeah, you motherfuckers say that. But you don't really mean it. I'm dead ass. So, there's a lot of pictures that I don't have. But I forget. Oh, there's so many people that like I come across that say stuff to me like, hey, I just want to tell you like I just wanted to tell you really quick. I just really like your stuff or whatever in passing. And that's kind of how I've always been too. Like, I've done that at wrestling conventions a lot with certain people, certain wrestlers. I'm like, hey, I don't want to bug you. I just want to let you know, like, really appreciate you. Like, keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing to watch. Like, stuff like that I've done. I'm also the person that works the wrestling convention and still pays the price to take the picture with them because I just do. All the wrestlers at WrestleCon for the Rumble was cool. That was so overwhelming. Oh my God. Matthew Lillard is going to Comic-Con near me and he sold out in 5 minutes, so I couldn't get tickets. Matthew Lillard is the most in-demand person at any con. He has the longest line. It takes the longest to get through. He spends a decent amount of time with people. He's a con princess. He's he's the con princess. So yeah, his shit sells out quick. Quick. Like Raquel said last night too, she's had a Rhea Ripley and the ladies in the division. Is that the Shaggy actor? Yes. Yep. If I ever met you, I'd probably say something like, "Hi, I'm TMW." I literally have asked people because I'll be like, "I watch your streams," and I'll be like, you have to tell me your username. I know you guys by usernames. There's like 3 of you that I call by your real name. Like, you guys are your usernames. So I'd recognize it. Matthew's so nice. Him, Jensen, and Jared always sell out. I hear. Yeah, the Supernatural boys do too. Yes. Second day WrestleCon that year had all the Smash Brothers players, so it smelled like, if you know, you know. That was. How many of your viewers do you genuinely know past surface level comment reads? More than you'd think. You're very welcoming when everyone assumes you know their real names. Jensen and Jared feels weird because I always hear everyone say Jared and Jensen. I guess I've never used it or heard it enough to. You always want to go to one of those supernatural cons. I always forget that I was actually very into that show. I was very into that show. And I don't think I finished it. Because I started watching when it originally aired. But I loved that show. And I wasn't a big, I'm obviously not a big TV person. Haven't meeting in wrestling business yet that you want to? Who haven't I met in wrestling that I would like to? Stone Cold. That motherfucker walked right past me, in front of me. But Stone Cold definitely is on my list. Taker. I haven't gotten to meet Taker. I got to see Taker, like walk past him. I can tell you that without telling you too much. Well, literally what we're talking about right now is something that somebody was pointing out to me. And they were like, basically, like, I was around a lot of like wrestlers and stuff and whatever. And they basically were like, you are very like calm and collected and like very professional. And they're like, normally content creators or, fans of any kind are not typically like that chill. Like, and so, they were asking about that because obviously they thought it was weird. There's shit wrong with me apparently. And so someone was like, well, we were walking and they were like, we have a test for you then. Like, let's really test like how cool like it collected. And so I forget where we went around to the corner and it was the Undertaker. And I just was like, I mean, obviously internally I'm like, holy shit, I've never seen the Undertaker that close up in person ever. So yeah, but like still I'm like not fangirling. Ever met the Big Show? No. No. No, I've never met Big Show. He would have folded like a cheap tent. Well, when you interviewed Damien about Thanksgiving dinner or Dom on the best mullets, they lowered their shields because you weren't asking the same old wrestling questions and you were trying to make it fun. They were also brought to me and I just was chill. I just was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm just doing this." And I was really nervous because I didn't have a lot. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't as prepared as I wanted to be. I wasn't prepared as I should have been. So that was really on the fly. I wish I had had more prepared, like fun wise, because that was what it was supposed to be. I wasn't supposed to be doing like run of the mill interview shit. I was supposed to be doing fun shit. But yeah, I just acted chill. I forget who it was that asked me if I was even a wrestling fan. They're like, "Are you a wrestling fan or are you just doing the interviews?" And I was like, "No, I'm a fan." Hi. Yeah. I wish me now could go back and do that same opportunity because I would knock it out of the fucking park. If me right now in this moment could go do that, I would kill it. But I never got the opportunity again, you know? I never got the opportunity again. And then they stopped doing press. I mean, they really stopped doing the media junkets and everything where you could do like the question shit. I liked your interview with The Miz. I did too. He was such a sweetheart. He was such a sweetheart. And the thing is, none of them had to do that with me. It was so nice of them. And Miz was genuinely just a dude. Like you could tell he was Midwestern, but he chopped it up with me solely because I was wearing the Lions jacket, and then he was impressed when I brought up something he brought up in a promo in Detroit a few years back. But what do you think the biggest reasons they stopped media things? I feel like nobody ever asked groundbreaking questions anyways, besides creators who are more than surface level questions. I get myself in trouble. I could get myself in trouble talking about it because I understand why it was done away with, but I think it had multiple reasons. One, I don't think it was very professional. I don't think it came off as very professional. And as a creator, I mean, and this is me saying this as a creator, but I think it got harder for them to vet who exactly it was that they were letting in. Not only that, so we understood why they did away with that. Okay, it just felt kind of clunky. Like I think the press conferences thing, they just felt really like clunky. They were always in a backstage like random locker room or room. I think what they're doing now genuinely does make more sense. Like having it outdoors and the post show with the audience in the back, like that is more the vibe that they're going for. But then also I don't really think it was the main reason, but because they couldn't vet the questions, I think sometimes the questions that were asked were relevant and then some really weren't. So, and they probably wanted to stay away from really like political stuff too. And they probably knew that that was just going to progressively get worse and worse. Like I can't imagine them doing it now. Look how many podcasts WWE has per week. There's part of the answer. I think they realize keeping these interviews and podcasts in-house or a firm grip on works for them better. I think that plan was in motion for a long time. I think it swerved a little bit than from what the original idea might have been. But I think the ultimate goal was to build like a media presence, or like not even media presence, but multimedia, I guess, of like digital stuff in-house by them. I think that was the ultimate goal. That's the impression that I got, at least. I think it changed a little bit. I think their I don't know if expectations is the word. I don't know what the word is, but whatever the standard was, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was in an airport with my mom picking up my dad at Charlotte Airport. I saw Ric Flair got his bags at luggage downstairs. I was afraid to go up to him. You should be. As someone that has dealt with Rick many times, you should be afraid of Ric Flair. I'm kidding, kind of. I'm kind of kidding. It always kind of confused me how it was always a mix of wrestlers in and out of character, but then again, I guess it depends on the questions asked. Well, that's fair too. I think I'd brought that up before. Because that was confusing. It really was. Triple H got asked about Vince after repeatedly. I knew those press conferences would not last long in that format. Yeah. John Cena's last match, I was going to walk up to him and say, "We don't have Waffle Houses here," but he was in the middle of an interview with a fan. My last interaction with Ric Flair, I was working WrestleCon and I was doing a photo op. So since I worked with them, like we would get free of like the professional photo ops if we wanted one. And so Sting was there, and I love him. He's always the greatest. I've met him. I've talked to him like 5 times at this point. He's really, really nice. So I went and took a photo with Steve and then, Sting, and Rick came in, even because they were doing a photo op together. So it was like Sting was doing his stuff solo, and then after a period of time, Rick came in. So I took one with Sting, and then Rick came in like in the middle of it. And so I was in between both of them taking this picture, and Rick just like he didn't even talk to me. He didn't even talk to me. He didn't fucking say anything to me. All he was doing was asking Sting how long he'd been there and when they were going to get to leave. Like he really didn't want to be there. So can we see that one? Yes. Trying to think of where it is. Oh, it's on my pile right over there. I can go grab it. I think the timing of WWE doing away with press conferences with Brock returning and Triple H to the White House felt suspicious to me. Yeah, I think it did to all of us. It did to all of us. But I don't think it was the sole reason. I think it played a part for sure. But I don't think it was like the reason. I think that they were looking to get away from it for a while. Very easy, but as a Brock fan, it was satisfying to see him getting destroyed at Madison Square Garden 2022 by Roman Reigns. Huh? Who do you think Dan will curse next? Oh no, I was going to make a video about it. I wanted to make a video of who I want cursed. I went to get the Ric Flair book signed, was first in the line. Flair didn't even look up, just signed and waited for the next book. Lil Nate talked to me more than Flair did. Charles is so nice. Charles will talk to anybody. He's so nice. No, Flair's he's not a personable guy. He's really not. He's not a personable guy. I've never seen him be personable with a fan. Ever. Which is unfortunate because Charlotte is. But that's just how he is. There's a lot of them that are like that. Jerry Lawler is also like that. I don't really care for Jerry. Don't work conventions. It'll change your perspective on everything. I'm gonna go grab that picture. RVD's like that. RVD liked me. Took it out of its frame. I don't 100% know where it is. But here's the same day. This is right before. It's me and Pika with Sting. Don't know where the one of me, him, and Flair went. It might be in here. I feel like there was one picture that I shoved in here. Apparently not. Yeah, I took it. I took it out of this frame so that I could paint the frame gold. And now I don't know where it is. Just remember Sting has retired wearing the face paint at cons now. Yes. Last year was his last year because he kept growing his. You met Singer and Dustin on the same day, right? Maybe. Maybe. I met Dustin at a Squared Circle Expo, and I met Sting the first time I met Sting was at a Squared Circle, but I don't know that it was the same year. I actually feel like Dustin was the year after I met Sting. And then I've talked to Sting at every WrestleCon for like the last 3 years. At 48 was so crowded night one at the restaurants. Randomly saw RVD and wanted to say hello, and he straight curved me. Apparently he had a meetup there that I didn't know about. Oh, well, that makes sense. I mean, not that it's okay, but that makes sense. Squared Circle Expo is like that. Like, there's a hotel. Like, there's a hotel bar. And like the wrestlers in town, the wrestlers and attendees are all staying in the same hotel, and it's a smaller hotel. So like wrestlers will literally be in this little bar, like hanging out or at the bar or eating. And fans will still go up, and it's like, you're at a like, don't. I mean, I know to me it seems like common sense, but it's not. I forget who was at the bar. Like, I remember having lunch the day before the con. I forget who was at the bar. And then at nighttime, it just kind of depends. If I had known, I would have paid. I'm not a cheapo. I assumed he was just randomly there. Oh, well. It's overstimulating to meet that many people. RVD said I was cute, so he's my favorite. I wasn't even doing his meet and greet. I was taking a picture for my friends. Arduino was doing great at conventions, I hear. He does great. He did. I mean, he can't do them now. But yeah, indie god, dog. He was in high demand. Hardys are always in high demand. Who else? Mox. Cardona is good. I'm trying to think of who other. Oh, Foley's line is always huge. They had Osprey last year. That was up there with the Sting line. I mean, it weaved up and down the hallways of the hotel and went outside. I mean, it's just absolutely fucking insane. Waited for Saray for 3 hours. Oh my god. Yeah, that's up there. Holy shit. Seamus sat across the aisle for me on a red eye on the way to Indy. Matt, progress in UK, absolute dude. I met Matt Cardona. I don't think I've ever actually met Matt. Not like meet and greet. Again, I just always pretend that I belong. So I just talk to people as if. Have I met Chelsea? No. No, actually. The last time I saw Chelsea was SummerSlam Cleveland. and I was heading to SmackDown. I was walking to the arena, and she was leaving, and she was like hailing an Uber. She was like getting in an Uber, and there were these guys that were talking to her. And she just walked past me, and I didn't stop her or say hi, but I messaged her after because we're mutuals on stuff, and we'd interacted a lot before. And I messaged her and was like, I did not want to bother you, but I did see you. And she just was like, oh my God. She's not one I've met. I think I want to start doing more meet and greets. I don't like doing them because I hate waiting in line. Need to suck it up. The lines are probably the worst part. Didn't you kind of meet Chelsea through inspiration once? Kind of. Yeah. When I first got into everything before I'd ever actually gotten to do anything in wrestling. I think it was actually even before Punk. Like before he came back. Yeah. So I when I cosplayed as Chelsea Green at C2E2, I went to meet the Iconics. They didn't have a line, so I just went up to them, paid the price, talked to them, and they took video of me doing Chelsea's entrance, and they sent it to her, and then she posted it on Twitter. She did make me a Slagent. I am cyber security. Be great to see them at an autograph table. They were so sweet. And one of my favorite things is as I'm walking away, I can hear them saying like, she's so sweet, like talking about me. And I was like, thank you. It was so nice. I forget who else I stopped by. Oh, I stopped at I was feeling really confident that day. I walked past Chavo Guerrero wasn't doing meet and greet stuff, but he I don't know what it was. I don't know what he was doing, but he was sitting at a table by himself, like in the middle of like all of the rows of stuff at C2. And I walked past and I saw him, and I actually like backed up. And I walked up and I introduced myself and what I do. And this again was very early on in what I was doing. And just told him that, I knew who he was, and he was actually very intent. He was actually very, very nice and very intent. And you could tell he was actually listening to what I was saying. He shook my hand, took my card. He ended up following me on socials. I always avoided the pro wrestling tees table because they always scared me, but they always had AEW talent over there, or like some of the Chicago indie people. Did you do the post-it of the icon? I have a picture with them somewhere in the vault of shit. Improv on the spot promo of Paul Heyman. If they're in a good mood, man, like you can have some really, really cool interactions. There's a lot of the older guys are grumpy. A lot of the older guys are real grumpy, but they're there and they traveled, and it's been a long day, and it's been a long day. I'm trying to think of who else normally does those things. But there's a lot of them. A lot of them. All right, I need to get the fuck out of here. I gotta go. I gotta go. I am waking up early to do hair. I need some water. I'm gonna take a shower. Mox never really seemed nice to me. He's not mean. He's just not a people person. He's not a people person. He's not a picture taking person. He's not a social media person. I think Mox would much prefer to just be at home and not with people, but it's his job. I've had to work. I've done the socials in his meet and greet rooms before. Him and Renee. So yeah. I've gotten death stares from that man. He's fine, but it's just as long as he can breathe. He's happy. Pika's up right now. Is she on? I wasn't gonna read out. Oh, she is. Holy shit. fuck are you doing up? Putting in contacts? What are you doing? Right, be nice, don't be weird. Bye.